Alrighty, I think I am live. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. Let me know when you got if I'm live. You know what? Here, let me play this and see if it starts. But hello. I'm sure most of you guys know who I am. My name is Joselyn. Let me wait until I hear people on the chat saying I'm here. Oh, wait, starts. But hello. Where is it coming from? I'm sure most of you guys know who I am. My name is Joselyn. Let me wait until I hear people on the chat. Stop! Saying I'm here. Go away! I don't know where it's coming from. But hello. Where is it coming from? I'm sure most of you guys know who I am. I'm really dumbass. I muted my mic so it stopped repeating, and I got this. All right, why? What all's going on? I'm sure you've seen all the drama on Twitter. Clarabelle called me out and said that I am transphobic and problematic, and she said she wanted to do a debate on my views and all that and to tell me what the issue is. So I'm going to have her on here. For a mod, I gave her the option to ask her own mod, bring a friend in, whatever, and that way because I noticed that you know, on all the other ones, everybody else had their own mod, all their friends. Like I let her choose. I'm gonna get them in here. I just wanted to give you guys a little backstory, whatever's going on. But yeah, so we are going to, the whole point of this is for me from her why I'm transphobic and what ways it is and how I can fix it if they're valid point, because I don't want to be that and I don't want to be seen that way to the community. And yeah, so anyway, I'm going to send off the invites link, and I appreciate you guys bearing with me. But yeah, so we are going to see. I have a lot of notes. I watched all of her debates. I videos last night. I watched them all. So I'm prepared with things and whatnot, and hopefully this will around bookmark. Come back. All right, so I think that's it. I think I sent it to her. So maybe not. We'll copy it. There we go. Send her the wrong link. All right, and tell her to send it to her mod. All right, there we go. All right, so I sent her the link. She should be hopefully joining in soon, and then we can get this party started. I'm going to try to keep an eye on the chat as best as I can. Like I said, I am new to all this, so I don't think that I can actually see the chat in this. I don't do many live streams, so if anybody has any tips or anything, let me know, because you know, I'm whatever. But hopefully she will be in here soon and we can get this all started, because I'm very curious to see why she, you know, feels that way about me. Like I was very confused when this all started. Like I know that we've had interactions before. I went through and read all of our interactions just to make sure that I haven't attacked her. And I mean, I guess some things can be construed that way or been seen that way depending on how you feel. I don't think I really have attacked her. I think I have somebody in here. So hopefully we can get this all figured out and good. I'm trying to read some of your guys' chats here. Hi, Andrew. So I take it you are Clarabelle's mod?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Oh, hey. So hello, my name's Joselyn. What my preferred pronouns are female pronouns. What for you?
I'm a cis girl. I'm gonna be using the name Quinn because I don't want to use my real name. So yeah, I'm running
Okay.
because whatever.
Okay. So now I guess we just need to wait for her to get here and we can get this all started. I was just explaining to people just the backstory of everything and like what has gotten to this point and all that other stuff, and just kind of catching people up, even though I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching probably knows.
Yeah.
Do I have it set up? So are you guys able to see, like, does it bounce between like the cameras? I'm pretty sure I have it set up correctly. I want to make sure that I do. So if you guys in the chat can let me know if anybody's monitoring it. Like, does it bounce between like the cameras? I'm pretty sure. All right. It bounces. Okay, it bounces. Thank you, guys. All right, so I guess it's all set up good.
Hey.
Hello, Clarabelle.
Hi.
Hello. So, I guess we're here. I don't know exactly how to do this. I guess I've told them already, like, the goal of this debate and everything like that is to figure out why you think I'm transphobic and why you think I'm problematic and everything. I guess you can go ahead and introduce yourself and we'll go from there.
Yep, I'm Clarabelle Captain, YouTube and stuff, and this other person is I'm not quite. There was someone, they messaged me on the Twitter, and they wanted to ask some questions to me too, but I asked them if they wanted to be a mod too, so they can probably be a mod and ask me questions too, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, that works fine for me. As long as, like, I just want to make sure things stay, you know, nice and organized, or as organized as it can be, and that we stay on topic. I do want to say, everybody, like, in the chat and everything, be respectful of everybody involved in this. Don't attack people. Like I've told Clarabelle in discussion, like I've tweeted at her, I don't have a problem with her personally. It's just, you know, the views and her coming at me and saying that I'm these things, and that is my issue. I have no problem with her personally, and I just want to make sure that no one in the chat or anybody goes after her or anything, because that would not be right.
That sounds good.
But I guess
this is a mod. Want to introduce
here because
yourself?
I can't see you on the thing. Wait, the entire window is black, so I don't like. There's nothing. What if I try to just go out and come back in?
Yeah, that may work. I don't know much with live stream, so I'm not exactly sure. Like, I see all three of us on my end here, so
Yeah, same.
I'm just gonna try and go back out and come back in.
Okay, all right, that'll work.
And I can just pretty much, introduce myself. I'm Clarabelle Captain. I used to do YouTube videos and caffeine and stuff a long time ago. I called, how do I say your name correctly? Is it Joselyn?
Joselyn.
Joselyn, out on Twitter, because she's one of the transgender people that it's pretty problematic in some of her videos and some of her language and some of her views I don't agree with. And I wanted to address on that. And can you see us now?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, and I guess somebody can introduce themselves too if they want to.
Yeah, so I'm Quinn, and I'm a cis girl. I was born a girl, and I feel like a girl, so yeah, that is me.
Okay, good.
All right, and I introduced myself already. Everybody knows, you know, I'm Joselyn, you know, female pronouns, all that stuff. And I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. I'm about that. But yep. So, but if you want to go ahead and get started off with your first point, and we will, I guess, go from there.
So yeah, anyway, so I was looking at your video, and you're a person that believes that you say that genitalia is a preference, if that's right.
Yeah, I believe that there is a preference in genitalia. I think that I don't think that like people are inherently maybe attracted directly to that, if that makes sense. But I do think that like internally, like that's just like what we are there, where we're made to be interested in certain things, and that's just how we are as people. And I don't think that and I don't think that like thinking that like okay, if this person has this part, that means that they are this gender. But I think that like I said in my video, I'm sure you're referencing my he didn't know I was trans video, correct?
Yeah, that and another one. I was just saying, like, if I just wanted to ask, like, if someone came up to you and was like, "Hey, you're trans. Hey, you have the set of genitals that I don't prefer. I don't want anything to do with you." Would you be angry? Would you be upset by that?
I mean, I might be upset, but I would be understanding of it because I would feel the same way. Like I won't have any problem with you as a person. It's just that I am extremely turned off by a penis. I don't like the sight of it. I don't like anything to do with it. And it really doesn't have to do with who it's attached to. It just has to do with that in general. I'm not attracted to it. I don't have any interest in it. And that's my whole point on that. And I think that's how a lot of people view it that way. Like they don't have an issue with the person. It's just they are not attracted to that body part, and there's nothing wrong with that to my point of view.
I feel like when you say you're not attracted to that body part, you are the men. You are pretty much not validate. I can talk to that. You're pretty much saying that they're not valid, and that's what I have an issue with. That's kind of like say if you was dating a trans woman and she had a penis or whatever, and it was like, oh, I don't want to date you because you have that set of genitalia. I only date women that don't have that body part, and that's kind of transphobic, and that's what you were pretty much saying in your videos.
But if I wouldn't people based off, I'm not dating though based off of that. Like that's just like for most people in the world, sex is a very important part of a relationship, and that's something that like if I'm not comfortable with being around that, like I said in my video, I hate dick so much I'm having that removed. Like I don't want to be around. I just don't have interest to
I mean,
it. Like
I'm sorry. Oh, you can continue. I'm sorry.
But so like I don't have, so it's not that I'm just saying that like okay, a penis equals man, and then therefore that's not what I'm saying when I say I'm not attracted to penis. It's just like if I'm not attracted to somebody with, I don't know, there's certain things that people just find attractive. I don't even know if there's like an explanation to attraction, but everybody is attracted to different things and different everybody's attracted to different things, and saying that because I don't like this specific thing on somebody it instantly makes me transphobic because I think kind of reaching, because like for instance, people have a preference. Like when I was a kid, I always had a preference for people with blonde hair. Like I love blonde hair. I don't know why, I'm just attracted to it. It makes no sense to it. It's literally no different than other hair, but it's just something that for some reason I'm attracted to it. Just like another thing, I really love eyes. Like I have a thing for people with like big eyes, and I don't know why. It's just that it's something that I personally am just like, I really like that on a person. And there are some things that are like where you just don't like about a person. You're not attracted to it. And I think telling somebody that if you don't date a trans person because you don't like their genitalia, that makes you transphobic, because I think a problem, because it just says that like I'm entitled to you dating me. And I don't think nobody's has to date you. Nobody is required to date you, regardless what reasons they don't want to date you. It's still their personal choice to not want to have a relationship with you. And if they don't want to have a relationship with you based off of that, that's their personal choice in the end, and it's up to them. And if you turn around and say, well, if you don't date me because of that, then therefore you're transphobic, and that's the whole reason why. When 9 times out of 10, if they were talking to you and they knew that you were trans to begin with, they probably aren't transphobic. And then also, why would you want to date somebody who doesn't love you for every single part of you, but you want to date them just because I like you, and then therefore you need to date me and accept everything about me, even if you aren't okay with it?
Yeah, I totally understand. I was just looking at the chat, and I was going to say I've been on YouTube for a pretty long time. Just because I haven't posted videos doesn't mean I wasn't on YouTube. And I've been on caffeine about a year live streaming. So whatever that person said, it's not true. But what I was going to say is that say if someone came up to you and was like, "Hey, I don't want to date you because you have that center genitalia," would you not think that's transphobic, or would you not be hurt by that?
I mean, why a random person would come up and just
A
say
person,
that to me?
a person that you actually like had feelings for, wanted to date, and they told you that.
I've been in that situation. I've been with somebody who they were just like, because it's not only the genitalia as well. Like, there's a lot of baggage that comes with being trans, and like I know that that was an argument in I think Sam made that argument, is the fact that there is a lot of stuff that comes with it. It's not just the fact that, oh, I'm a trans person. Typically, we're all dealing with, or most of us are, and it's something that there's times when it's just completely debilitating. There's times when I'm laying in bed bawling my eyes out and don't want to be around people at all because the dysphoria is just that bad. And some people can't handle being around that, and they just don't have the mental capacity. They don't have the patience to deal with that. And I think people not wanting to date a trans person for, I mean, the genitalia, that I think is preference. But then when it comes to just trans people and not wanting to date a trans person in general, I think you need to like keep in mind that there's a lot more that's something that I've always kept in mind when I talk to people, because some people don't think it's that major, and sometimes it doesn't impact people's lives a lot. But for me personally, being trans impacts my life hugely with my dysphoria. My dysphoria is extremely bad, and I always tell people, I'm just like, listen, sometimes it gets really, really bad, and because of that, it'll be a problem. There's going to be times where I'm just like so depressed I don't want to even be around people because I just hate myself that much for being trans.
So are you one of those people that think that you need gender dysphoria to be trans to, like Sam and a bunch of other people, or are you?
I think that gender dysphoria, I think a lot of people who say that they don't actually do have it. I think that gender dysphoria is to medically transition, because why else would you want to medically transition? And I know you've been asked this a million times and you don't really have an answer for it, but why would you want to medically transition? Like, if I asked my best friend right now, I'd be like, hey, why don't you just go get on testosterone? Why not? It could be cool. She'll be like, no. And if she got on testosterone, she would start having dysphoria. She would start hating the way her voice started sounding. She would hate the fact that she had facial hair now, because she just wouldn't feel comfortable. The way that I've explained it is, it feels like almost like you're trapped. You're trapped and you're locked in your body that's not right. And I think that everybody has that feeling to an extent. Sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes it's just, I want to be called she out in public, and that's all people want. But that is still a form of dysphoria. Just thinking to yourself, if you consider transitioning because you think it will help improve your life, because you're hoping that it will help with whatever disconnect you have with yourself, that is a form of dysphoria. Whether or not you want to agree that that's dysphoria, that's dysphoria. If you want to be, if you think that you'll be more comfortable in the world with people, you don't feel comfortable being out in the world in boy clothes, but you go out in girl clothes and you feel better, that's a form of dysphoria, even if you don't connect to that. Like, I have bipolar. I can go around and tell everybody in the world that, my symptoms, everything that I go through, isn't actually bipolar. It's just how I am. But it still doesn't change the fact that at the end of the day, medically, I have bipolar. And so I think, and that's how it is, like that at the end of the day, regardless if, people want to say that these certain things aren't dysphoria, it still is dysphoria.
I totally disagree with that. I mean, I know a lot of people who don't have dysphoria and are trans, like I stated before, and like it's tons of reasons why someone can transition without dysphoria. Like I mentioned, like several times, like and I still think we should police people on this. I think that anybody can be trans if they want to be. I don't feel like we should be going around. I feel like that's kind of with the Holocaust is pretty much a little bit. They was like they didn't like Jews. That's what I'm connected to. And like I feel like we shouldn't do that. And I mean, just gender dysphoria does not.
How can you restate that again? I'm trying to figure out the connection between those two.
Because you're pretty much saying, oh, you don't have dysphoria, you're not trans. You're pretty much picking people out that are
Never, ever, ever, and I would like you to show me where I have ever told somebody that they're not trans.
That's what your videos are pretty much saying right now. Your titles.
See,
and stuff like
that's
that.
how you're interpreting it.
Yeah, that's what I interpret from. Lots of people interpret.
In the end,
it's not just me. When you're,
first person who has ever told me that anything I've said is problematic. This is the first time I've ever heard it. I'm sure that there are other people, but none of my comments, all of my comments that are negative are people typically telling me that I'm going to hell because I'm trans or attacking me because I'm trans. But I don't really have people, I've never really had anybody like tell me that my views are transphobic. You are the first person who has ever said that, and I genuinely wanted to know why, because I don't want to be that person. I've said in many times in my videos, I don't know how many you've watched, but if you watch my really old videos of me talking about trans stuff, I straight up say I'm trying to just educate people. I want people to understand, because I think people's biggest issue with trans people is they don't understand us. And the fact that you can't ask most trans people questions without them getting offended is a problem. And so I'm just trying to talk about it as openly as I can to make it normal for people. So then that way they're like, okay, this isn't as weird as the world makes it seem.
I totally get that. But like when you're going around picking people like and saying that, like making these videos and making these videos like what I wish before I transition, pretty much saying that you the future of what trans rights is, and pretty much saying like that you're not a fan of being trans and stuff like that, and that doesn't make sense to me. And you're
what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I'm sorry. What was you gotta say? I mean, I just don't. Are you one of those people that don't? I think in your video you pretty much say that you're not a prideful trans person.
I mean, I'm prideful to the point of being like, hey, I'm not afraid to say I'm trans. I'm not afraid for people to know I'm trans. I mean, I have the transgender symbol. It's awkward for me to show because it's on my wrist and it looks not straight, but it is. But I have the transgender symbol literally tattooed on my wrist. Like, I'm not ashamed of being trans, but it's not something that is fun. It's not anybody to be trans. I don't think anybody wants to be trans. I cry, like I said before, there's been times I've cried myself to sleep. I've cried at work because somebody misgendered me. Like I'm very sensitive about that stuff. It's very I'm a little bitch when it comes to those things. My dysphoria is very sensitive, and it's not fun. I don't know why anybody at all would want to deal with this. I have told so many people, and everybody I've not met many people who are trans who are like, this is the greatest thing in the world. This is so fun and empowering. Like, sure, I appreciate the journey that I had. I definitely would not be the person I am if I wasn't trans. I wouldn't have met the people I have. I wouldn't have probably done any of the things or had the friends I had if I wasn't trans. But when it comes down to it, if somebody came to my house and said, tomorrow you can just wake up as a cis girl and you'll never ever have to be trans or deal with dysphoria again, I would take that in a heartbeat and never fucking look back.
That doesn't make any sense to me, really. I mean,
why not?
Why not? Because all your statements, like I'm just looking at your videos and like you're saying all of these things, and it's not making sense. It doesn't line up with your videos. And
what video? What one?
The video about your trans what is it? The future of trans rights. And,
that was, I mean, I talked about that like I told you before when I sent you, I think I sent you the playlist of all my trans videos. Most of those videos, with the exception of 3 or 4, are 3+ years old. They are old. I was less than a year on estrogen when I made those videos. I'm 4 years in now. Like, people can change. That's why I told you originally, look at my more recent videos. Don't build your argument about my old videos, because my views have changed. I'll be honest. Like I said, I've made that video 3 years ago. I'm sure I'm like most YouTubers that I see. I make my videos, I upload them. I haven't seen it since. I've tried to watch them, but they're just too cringy for me to watch my old videos.
So you shouldn't hold you accountable, pretty much.
I mean, I'm comfortable with talking about it, obviously. Like, that's what I meant by being comfortable. Most trans people a lot of vocal about it. A lot of trans people, if you even ask them a question about their transition and you innocently are trying to learn, you get attacked. When I started trying to figure out my gender identity, I went on to, what's that?
I'm showing a live video. What was you saying?
When I was trying to figure out my gender identity, it was so hard because this was back in 2011. So this is a long time ago. This is 7 years ago. Being trans was not anywhere near being normal as it is now. Nobody talked about it. I didn't hear the word transgender until I was 16 years old. I've never even heard the word. I thought I was alone in the world and nobody ever experienced what I experienced. So when I got older, obviously the internet started talking about it more. I found message boards. I think it's like tgboards.com or something. I'm sure if you dig hard enough, you could find it. I wrote my, post explaining all this stuff, but it's so hard because of the fact that it was so hard, because it feels like you had to walk on eggshells, even though it was somebody who was confused and trying to understand their gender identity. They seemed like that they wouldn't answer. They would get offended if you worded something wrong. And it was like, I'm new to this community. I don't know the words. Why are you attacking me? And that's why I say I'm comfortable talking about it, because most people aren't comfortable talking about it. It doesn't mean that I love being trans. It just means that I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I'm not ashamed to be a little embarrassed to say, I'm trans, to tell people that I'm trans. Like, a lot of people want to hide that. A lot of people want to be stealth. I originally wanted to do that, but I'm obviously a live stream right now talking about how I'm trans. But it's because that's why I said I was comfortable, because I'm comfortable with talking about it. It doesn't mean that I love being trans. My video that you're talking about, if I remember correctly, I made it a few days after the gay marriage bill was passed, where marriage equality was legalized. And I think it was me just talking about how, trans rights are next. We need to start focusing on that. Like, even though we got marriage equality legalized, we need to still work towards trans rights. And that's what that video was about. I may have said I was comfortable about it, but the video was not anything about trans people. All it was essentially saying, yay, gays can marry, now we need our rights. That's pretty much what that video was. Because, like, I have a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Based off of this, you asking about it. Your answers in Sam's and Calvin's debate, every time they asked you about a video, your response was, well, it seems to me, and then you'd go off of it. To me, it personally seems like you just read all the titles of the videos and assume and fill in the blanks on what the video is talking about, because so far you have not explained any of my videos on what they actually were about.
No, I actually looked at the videos. I don't just randomly just go into a video and say, oh, title, let's talk about that now. I have done my research on you quite a bit, not as much as I want to, because the debate that was happening earlier, that was my focus too. So yeah,
that's understandable.
But when you, and also when your friends with transphobic people, that also makes you transphobic, and that's also an issue I have.
Wait, what?
When you're friends and you associate yourself with transphobic people, that make you transphobic too. And
so am I I transphobic because my family's transphobic and doesn't accept me?
No, I'm talking about your talking about you on Twitter, that you was just pretty much kind of bashing me on Twitter, and saying that about like you being on, saying that my facts was illogical and stuff like that, and pretty much siding with Sam and everyone else, and those are transphobic people, and like you're pretty much defending that, so that makes you transphobic too.
I mean, I definitely appreciate you thinking that you know we're friends. I've never actually talked to any of them. I literally just discovered their YouTube, all of their YouTube channels in June or July. Calvin Guerra is actually the reason why. Like, I discovered his videos, and if you watched my, did you watch my things I wish I knew before transitioning?
So you're pretty much a fan of Calvin, what you call it?
No, I've never talked to them. I've never met them. I've never interacted with them. Literally, my first interactions with them ever was when you made that post. That was the first time my name was ever associated with any of them. I never even heard the name Calvin Guerra, Miss London, Sam Collins, any of that until July of this year. I'm not friends with them. I don't know them. I appreciate you thinking I do and thinking that I should be included with them, but I've never met them in my life. I've never had a conversation with them. I don't think any of them even has replied to any of my tweets. Sam Collins followed me yesterday after you tagged me in that post, and that's the only interaction that I have with them.
I wanted to go back to, I know Quinn was a trender, and they wanted to talk about stuff that I was curious.
Yeah, that that's kind of embarrassing, but yeah. I feel like it's just nowadays, if you're a girl and you're kind of masculine, everyone is like, oh, you're trans, right? Because you see so many people that are just a little bit masculine, and then like, I thought I was trans because I don't like dresses. I don't like typical feminine things, and then I thought I was trans. So I told some of my friends that I wanted to go by he, him, and that didn't really work. Like, I went by he, him for a while, but it's just stupid because I just thought I was trans and I wasn't, because I get misgendered, and I don't really get that because I don't think I look like a guy. I don't think I sound like a guy, but people will say he to me, and it doesn't feel right. Like, I know that I'm a girl, but it was just, I don't know. Like, I didn't do it because I wanted to be trans, but I don't know. It was just.
Are you non-binary maybe, or?
No, I'm a girl. I know that I'm a girl. Like, I like being funky and I like being a girl. I don't. The only reason I dislike my body is because I don't look totally normal. You know.
Are you sure you're not like denying that you're like a trans person and you just suppressing it, or you really think deeply that you're all like a?
No, I am a girl. I know that I'm a girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I would never. I do not want to go on T. I don't want top surgery. I don't want any of that. I'm comfortable with myself, well, being a female at least. So yeah, but it was just, I was being confused because of the internet, you know, because of people saying you don't need dysphoria to be trans, and I'm like, okay, well, because I'm a little bit masculine, and I don't really feel dysphoria, then I could be trans, you know, but I'm not.
Were you saying you were trans because someone pushed you into it, or?
No. No, it's more like people, like you saying you don't need dysphoria to be trans, right? And then people will think, oh, like, I thought I was trans because people said that I didn't need dysphoria to be trans. So I was like, okay.
You don't need dysphoria to be trans. I mean, you could be trans if you're, I mean.
No, I don't really get that. Why would you put yourself through so much if you don't have dysphoria?
How did you feel when you told your friends that you wanted them to treat you as a guy? How did it make you feel when they started treating you as a guy? I would assume.
I thought it was fun. For some reason, I don't know. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But then it was just like annoying, and I just felt uncomfortable, especially when in public, when people call me he. I know that's not right.
So that would be, I mean, essentially, it was like the opposite of dysphoria.
Yeah.
That you felt.
Yeah.
So when you came out as a trans, was it a trans guy you came out as? Or? becoming as a trans guy, like you had dysphoria for being a guy, or
No,
what?
I thought I was a guy because I thought I don't know, it's hard to explain, but like I just thought I was a guy because people said that I didn't have dysphoria to be trans, and I thought, well, because I like wearing suits and I like wearing, I don't know, to like mask. I don't like dresses and stuff, and I don't like makeup and stuff like that. And then I thought, I might be trans. And then I told my friends that, but I know that I'm not because I don't like being called a guy, and I didn't like like when I picked the name that I was, because I picked Quinn, right? Because Quinn is not my real name. I'm just using it now because I don't want to put my real name on the internet. But like it's not like it's like what's it called, like a non-binary name, you can use it for both guys and females.
And you said you was a non-binary or anything.
No.
Okay.
I just thought I was trans because people said that I didn't need dysphoria to be trans, and because I was a little bit masculine and stuff, I was like, okay, I'm probably trans, but I'm not.
How would it
And
be?
it's kind of an issue, I guess, for a lot of people, and a lot of transgenders think that they're trans because of the same reason I thought I was trans.
I was saying like how would it have been if someone was saying, hey, you need to gender dysphoria to be trans, and you was like feeling trans? How would you feel if someone went to you and approached you like that?
What?
If someone came up to you was like when you was coming out like as trans, was like, hey, you need gender dysphoria to be trans, how would you would have reacted to that? And how would that upset? Would that would make you upset, or like how would that affected? How would that have affected you?
Well, I wasn't. I've probably been upset if I generally thought, well, when thought I was trans, but I didn't really come out to anyone, probably because I wasn't comfortable with it. Like, so I just told like 5 friends of mine on they're internet friends, so I don't meet them every day. We just talk online. So, yeah, I didn't really tell anyone else than those 5 people that I was trans. And yeah, I don't know. It was a weird phase in my life.
Okay. Do you regret that you did that, or?
Well, I didn't really tell that many people, and I'm glad I didn't tell any more than I did. Because I really think I would have regretted coming out as trans and then having to be like, no, I'm actually not. And I think a lot of people also don't want to like admit that they made a mistake, so they just go through with it and they're like, yeah, now I'm trans, even though they're not.
I do have to ask you, do you think you need to have gender dysphoria to be trans?
Yes, I
Why
think
do
you
you
do.
think that? Because of your experience, I guess?
Well, I think I just don't understand why you would go through all of that if you don't experience gender dysphoria. Like when I said I was trans, I didn't want top surgery. I said I didn't want to go like transition, because I don't want to go through all of that stuff. Because I don't have dysphoria, and I don't understand why anybody else would just choose to go through with so many things. Like I don't understand how you could want to be trans. Because I don't know. It's just
I'm sorry. So I just want to ask. So if you would have had surgery, would you regretted it later, or
yeah.
would you be not happy with it, or?
Yeah, I would probably be devastated if I had surgery and went on T. Because then I would definitely get dysphoria.
Interesting. Okay.
You know how you and I feel right now with our dysphoria, how much we hate our bodies and how we feel. That is how she started to feel just for people calling her he.
I mean, I don't hate
And
my
that's
body, but I experience some type of dysphoria.
well, look, I hate my body. I hate the fact that I have a dick. I want that shit gone.
I mean, I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
That's what I mean by hate your body. Like that's part of your body. So that's
I mean,
hating your body. And
when
typically
you say
most people who
body,
are
I
trans,
think
they
about the
hate
whole
their
entire
masculine.
body. When you say body, I think about the whole type of body, not just like one part of the body. If you was like saying head, you don't like one type of.
Well, I mean that's easier than listing off all the things I don't like. I got kind of lucky. My voice barely changed through puberty to begin with. I don't like the fact that I grow facial hair. I don't like how defined my jaw is. I don't like how I have wider shoulders. I don't like how I have to take estrogen. I don't like how I can't have a fucking baby. I don't like, I hate so much about this. Like, I feel like it's a lot easier to say I hate my body than to list off all the things, because we'll be here all night if I do that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I think that this whole transgender thing is an issue is, have you ever heard of Walt Heyer?
No, I have not ever heard of Walt Heyer in person.
He is somebody who he transitioned from male to female. He, from what I've read and understand, he rushed the process. He ignored the doctors. He didn't have dysphoria. He went on hormones. He had sought surgery and everything. And then down the road was like, never mind, this was a mistake. Trans people are fake. And now he works for Christian media. He works for people who write stuff for Trump and is like, hey, trans people are fake. I was trans and then I found God. So now I'm no longer trans. So therefore, trans people are fake. That is what transgenders, that is the damage that can happen from people pretending to be trans, being allowed to transition, and then once they transition, realize they fucked up, they detransition, and then they just start telling the world that trans people are fake, trans people, it's all just a made-up thing, trans, all basically they just say it's fake. They said that they made a mistake and that people forced it on them. And that's why everybody is saying that being somebody just choosing to be trans just because they think that they are without any medical consensus around it is bad, because it leads to stuff like that. Now, that's obviously a very extreme case. We don't have many Walt Heyers. Example of what can happen to somebody who decides to transition just because they think that they're trans, but without any real reason, and then ends up regretting it, because obviously you can't undo a lot of stuff. You can't put something back on that was taken away.
Yeah. You have to go do something real quick. I'll be right back. 1 minute.
Okay.
I was just checking out the chat, and oh god,
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out now. Apparently everybody loves you. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. That I thought you were like a friend of hers, or I didn't realize that you were just another person
I just
from the
messaged
Twitter.
I wanted to have a conversation with her, and she was like, "Well, I'm having a thing with you," so I was like, "Okay, I'm sure I'll be the mod for that." And yeah, so I've been to all the other debates though. So yeah.
Yeah, same. I wasn't sure. I wanted to give her. I had a friend who wanted to do it. She's like and everything, but I wanted to give her the option to choose a mod, just so that way it would be a little bit more neutral seeming. I would, at least to me, feel that way. Can't. This is. Oh, let's say hi to people. Oh, hi, Annie. Hi, Jason. I know some of you people. I did miss you, Annie. Yes, guys, Mackenzie is right. She's my friend, and just because it's no better than that's literally what Clarabelle has been doing, where she's just like, well, since you guys are doing this, I'm gonna do this. That don't go after anything with her, like even her name, even if you're making jokes just because of what she did. I would, just be respectful. We don't throw back what's thrown at us.
Yeah.
That's how we're adults.
I feel like whatever no matter what we're gonna say, she's not gonna change her mind.
Yeah, she told me in our Twitter thing that she would not tell me anything about any of my posts or anything like that. She was like, DM me. So I DM'd her and she was like, well, I'm not going to say anything. And then she started posting how she's going to do a debate with Sam and stuff. And I was like, so you'll talk to them but not me. I was like, you're the one who brought me into this. And and I was like, give me a platform like that. That's why I kind of brought up and said about how I think this is all just to get reach, because of the fact that you know, she went for it. Like, I was supposed to debate her earlier, but then she pushed me back so she could debate Calvin instead.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I you know, have said multiple times, I think she's just doing this just to get the reach, and it's, you know, and the attention that it's getting, but
Yeah,
it's not.
that's what I thought as well. I thought Ryan
And I'm just like, well,
was too far in the beginning. He got so mad.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the mod and be like neutral, and then he just goes off. But yeah.
I mean, I could understand. I mean, I saw his tweet as to, like, I saw his tweet and just said that, you know, what he was saying about basically discounting what, I don't remember who was there talking, basically discounting what she went through it upset him a lot that it was just being a legitimate issue because he doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
But hopefully she comes back soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her before, I was like, because we've been talking in the DMs obviously, and I was just like, so, because she already earlier was just trying to be like, oh, you're being nice to me in the DMs, but being, you know, mean on the thing. I was like, just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean that I can't be kind to you, and me attacking your argument is not me attacking you. There is a difference there.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I said that publicly, and that way if she comes at me, I could be like, I already said this, so I got receipts.
Yeah. I feel like I watched some of her videos earlier, just because I wanted to have some sort of like idea who she was. And she
I
was
watched all of her videos.
yeah, she doesn't have that many, but because she was saying how Calvin was a bully, but in her video about him, she basically just spends 2 minutes just talking about his name.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just,
what's... Oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, I just felt like she was being really mean to him, like about, you know, his name, just saying, I don't know, I just thought it was weird.
Yeah, all of this is, I opened up Twitter one day and she went after London, and London retweeted and said something about how basically, like, you've been coming after me, and now that I'm finally speaking up for myself, you are, you know, now you're calling me a bully for defending myself after you noticed that right before the debate with Calvin, she was, I think, was like, she tweeted like 5 or 6 times in a row at Blair White trying to start drama now. Like, she's trying. I think she's literally just going after anybody who is, well, I guess essentially in the anti-SJW sphere, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But like, I saw that, and I actually wanted to ask her about it, because I was just like, it looks like specifically going after people with, well, I would say specifically with a base, but I mean, maybe I just happened to get dragged. I was popular or something. I don't know. But she has 1, 2. Okay, so it's only 2 tweets at Blair White, but it was still, she was like, I thought Ms. Blair White was the name of a bakery, and added her. I was like, really?
I thought that was really stupid.
Yeah, and I was just like, so I asked her, like, why is she going after like another person, like, after all of this stuff was talked about? But well, let me see. I'm trying to pull up the tweet. I took screenshots of them all just in case, and that way I could be like, here's literally all of our interaction. And Lisa's cover. Told her, I was like, be prepared, because I am going to be. Okay, it's not. Hey, it was just like, you need to not do that. And then I saw her video with London, and I don't know if you went through the comments on there, but I commented on her video with London and with Calvin. I commented on the one with London and was essentially like, hey, what you said was wrong. This is YouTube. We don't just tell things, we show and tell. You need to show receipts. You can't just be like, DM me if you want to see it. I was like, I can make a video that says you dead named me and all this other stuff, and then tell everybody that they just have to take my word on it. I'm not going to prove it. I was like, that's not fair to you. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to anybody involved. Sorry, I got distracted. I started to read the things. So then there was that one. And then we had like a few little conversation on Twitter. And then she made her video on Calvin, and I commented on there again. I was like, did you not listen to anything I told you? You did the same thing again. I was like, it seems like you're just making it up as you go. And she took it as she's making up facts. And I was like, that's not what I mean, but okay. And then she commented on my videos and was like, this is an okay vid. I was like, thanks. And she's like, we're at the end of the day, we're both trans YouTubers. And I was like, yeah, and we should be building each other up. And that was our last interaction. Then I woke up the next day and saw that post about me, Calvin, Sam, and Storm Ryan being the most problematic transphobic YouTubers. And I was just like, I don't know how I'm paired up with all these guys, but cool.
I didn't know trans people can be transphobic because we are trans.
Yeah. Well, I can see it to a point because there are trans people out there that once they finish transitioning, once they get all the way through, they pretty much just the ones who they live stealth, so people don't know that they're trans.
Yeah.
And so because of that, eventually I think a lot of people as they go, they forget how things were at the start. Like
that's true.
I see people pre-hormones talking about things, and I can't remember how it was pre-hormones anymore. Like it's been almost 5 years now. Like I can't remember how that struggle was. I can remember like thinking to myself, oh man, one day hopefully, but I can't relate anymore to all of that. Yeah. Like to a point, it's just so far from my memory that it's hard to bring those feelings back.
Yeah. By the way, your hair is so pretty.
Oh, thanks. It's normally, well, actually, to me, it's currently a mess, but thanks. I appreciate that a lot. I see people in the comments asking about what Clarabelle's channel is. I linked it in the description of this stream, so you guys can find it there. I wanted to make sure that you guys can go back to her channel anytime you guys, so then that way, I want to make sure that you make your own opinion on her videos and not just take what I say. Yes, I grew my hair myself, Jason. Oh, Sierra's here. Hi, Sierra. How many people are watching this? I didn't realize I'd have like so many people. Like, I'm worried she's going to take some of my tweets. I'm somebody who, outside of YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook, everything, I'm a shit poster. I just post memes all day and jokes and comments. And I'm just waiting for her to be like, you said this. And I was like, that's sarcastic. That's a shit post. Yeah. And I love all of you guys.
I recently deleted all my tweets because they were just shit posts.
Huh?
No, I recently deleted all of my tweets except for the ones that I've replied to people, just because I tweet so much shit.
Hey.
Hi.
I always joke around that if anybody, hello. I joke around that I'm like somebody who, if anybody goes through my 2009 tweets, I'm going to have some problems, like everybody else. But, I probably should delete some stuff, but I don't know why, but it seems like a mental thing. I can't delete things. It drives me like it's literally like I'm a digital hoarder. I have to save all of my data. Who knows if I'll ever need like that text message from 6 years ago, but I got it saved just in case.
Yeah.
But alrighty. So since you are back, would you like to ask me another question, or should I go with one of mine? I think I asked you one last, so if you want to,
I think you had
go ahead. You can ask
what your questions are.
Huh?
You can go. I was kind of curious about what your question was. I want to ask.
Okay. Let me see. I have a bit of a list here. In your debate with Sam and Sam, I think it was, Calvin's debate, you kept on saying you don't understand why they were trying to equate lesbian or gay people with trans people. And I want to know why you can't equate those. Because, like, I'm trans, but I'm also a lesbian. I'm only into women. So why, like, there's like that intersectionality there. And in your debate, you said that there's no reason. You did say that there is no reason why you don't understand why they were trying to compare being trans and gay things as an example.
I'm not saying that it's not good to be trans, and yeah, it's amazing. I'm probably trans or gay myself. I am trans. I might be gay myself. I don't know. But I think those two stay separately. I mean, when we're talking about gender dysphoria and preferences, I don't think you should combine those two together when you're comparing that to preferences. I don't feel like gay people has really much to do when it comes to gender identity. I mean, gay people is a sexual orientation, and trans people it has to do with gender identities. Those two are really not similar. So I mean.
So you define as what makes somebody gay? If the genitals don't matter, what makes somebody gay? Like, is it literally just, so are people who are interested in women, they're only interested in people who present as women and look like women, but they don't actually have to have women parts? Is that what makes somebody gay? Like, how would you define what being gay is if genitals don't matter?
Gays, they are attracted to the same sex system. I mean, that's a pretty normal definition.
And sex and gender are not the same thing. Sex is biological. Gender is, as they say, sex is between your legs, gender is between your ears.
Of course, yeah, I totally agree with that. I just don't
so
think...
So they like the same sex. So if they like the same sex, which is biological, then that would mean that they like the biological parts that go with their sex, correct?
Again, I think you're confusing preferences and you're taking it out of proportion pretty much. And I don't see how that has anything to do, it's gay people do anything to do with trans and preferences and that person not liking a person because of their genitalia.
Take trans people out of the equation right now. Say that trans people didn't exist and there was only male and female. If there are only male and female out there, and you said that gay people are attracted to people of their same sex. It's
not just two genders though. I mean, it's non-binary people and different all kind of people. I mean... No,
take them out of the equation. Take them out. Pretend that they don't exist.
Take them out of the equation because they're here right now. I mean, it's like saying that there's no rainbows and where there's actually are rainbows. Like you can't take them out of the equation.
Okay, but that's exactly what you're saying when you say gender dysphoria is not necessary. That's like saying that.
I don't get how everyone's saying that you need gender dysphoria to be trans. Like, I mean, no one I've talked to has a PhD, so no one can. I don't get how you.
Okay, you know what? You said on all the streams that your mom has a different definition of gender dysphoria in her books. I sent you a message and I tweeted at you and told you bring the book to the debate so you can read it to me since you don't know off the top of your head. Did you bring that? I gave you notice today.
I did not see the tweet that he's currently using that book.
I DM'd it to you. I DM'd it to you, and I'm pretty sure I tweeted it because you responded to the tweet. So let me scroll and see.
I responded to the tweet.
You did respond to the tweet. You ignored the part about bringing the book. You didn't reply to that part of the tweet.
I didn't see that part.
So that was the start of the tweet, though.
Oh, missed it. I did not have any knowledge of bringing a book with me, and that's not possible since he's currently studying and using the book right now.
You said trust. I said, oh yeah, that was when we were talking about that. I go, okay, I know. I go, by the way, bring your mom's therapy book so you can read her definition of dysphoria since you say that it's different. And then you responded and just, I'm trying to see. It's hard to. Oh, trust hun. I don't go. So that is what you said. You like I did ask you to bring the book. Can you go get it?
I did not reply to that.
Can you go get it now? Because I'm very curious what this other definition.
He's currently wrote.
Do you know what the name right now? You know what the name of the book is? Can you? I would go ask her the name, and I'll Google it right now.
It's a therapist book. I'm not quite sure.
Go ahead. I can wait for you to go and ask her. Go for it.
I mean, I don't know.
That way I can look.
She's making a paper right now.
No, you can
go
ask her. Go ask her the name. Ask her the name so I can look up the book so we can read this new definition of gender dysphoria that you said that your mom has in her
I can
book.
Just look up the book on
like
Google,
that's what your argument was based off of originally, that your mom has a different definition of it, and that is what your definition of it is.
No, I say that my mom does not have gender dysphoria, therefore that you do not need it at all. I didn't compare the book and that together. It seems like you're doing that.
Quinn, You've seen all of
Yeah.
the debates. You've seen all the debates. Did she not say that her mom had a book with a different definition of gender dysphoria, and that was her argument
I said
against?
there is a different definition of gender dysphoria, a clinical definition of it. I
Okay,
didn't
so
say
what
that
is
I was
that
going to bring the
definition?
book
I would
to
like to hear
you.
it too.
Everybody wants to know the definition.
Yeah.
There's no other book out in the world that any therapist in the entire world will use besides the DSM-5 and 10, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
what
the
it's called,
two.
the MN5. There we go.
The DSM-5. Sam Collins read you the definition from the DSM-5 on your debate.
Read me the definition of that.
He did read your debate.
He
He
did
did
not.
read it. I'll pull it up right now and read it to you then. Dysphoria
One thing I don't
DSM-5.
get, Clarabelle, is I just don't. If a lesbian, right? A lesbian is attracted to girls and girl parts. So why is it transphobic if she doesn't want to date a trans woman because she does not like the
That's diminishing them. That's diminishing them and saying that they're not woman enough because they don't have what their preference.
No, they're not saying that they're not
pretty
women.
much.
They're just saying that they don't like the parts.
That's saying that you don't like the parts, and the parts is attached to a person, so therefore you're transphobic, pretty much.
What? I don't understand this. Okay, I'm just.
I personally, I know that you're gonna. I already know your argument to this. You're gonna say it's not comparable. This isn't trying to compare it. This is trying to use an analogy. So it's not trying to say this is exactly like this, but I'm trying to say this is a similar situation to this on how this mindset works. I personally hate fish. I can't eat it. It makes me sick. But does that mean that I hate? I have like some sort of, I don't know. There's really no word for it, like fish phobic or whatever.
Fish and trans people, I don't think you should make that comparison. And
I already beat you to the punch with that and told you.
Yeah, I didn't. You pretty much knew that it was not comparable, pretty much.
It's taste, though. It all comes down to taste. So my taste in people is vagina.
Like, do you taste them?
I like vagina. I personally love vagina. I love every little part of it. So I hate dick, though. I hate everything that has to do with it. I don't like it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like touching it. I don't like feeling it. I don't like anything about it.
The trans people, that's when I'm kind of confused.
Clarabelle, what is your sexuality?
My sexuality, I'm pansexual.
All right. Okay.
I need anyone and everyone.
All right. So, just I don't. A person can be gay, right? And that means that a man likes other men, right? Of course they can date a trans person, but some people might not because they don't like the parts. And if sex is very important to them, they don't want to have sex with someone who has female parts. And that is not transphobic. You can't control your sexuality.
I'm saying you're not a guy, though. That's diminishing them, and that's pretty much.
They're not saying that they're not a guy. They're just saying it's true that a trans person.
It's transphobic, pretty much. I mean.
No, it's not.
So can I ask you why I can't use the fish comparison to trans people?
But
you compared being trans to the Holocaust.
No, when did I
Yes,
compare it to the Holocaust? That was
at the beginning of the stream. At the beginning of the stream, you said it's like the Holocaust.
I didn't never say anything about the Holocaust. I did
Yes,
not.
you did.
I didn't in the Holocaust. I made an example about the Holocaust, but I never compared it to trans people. That's one thing I did not do.
Okay, all right. I pulled up the definition of gender dysphoria from the DSM-5. That's the book you said that your mom has, correct?
Sure. If I'm not quite sure what the book is, that could be the book. She has
multiple. Can you go ask her? Send her a text message to ask her the name of their book.
I don't want to disturb her. She's already fussing, so I'm not going to do that.
I mean, okay. Well, I mean, according to the DSM-5, the one that you were 100% sure was your mom's book 10 minutes ago, according to DSM-5, gender dysphoria involves a conflict between a person's physical or assigned. Gender dysphoria involves a conflict between a person's physical or assigned gender and the gender with which he, she, they identify. People with gender dysphoria may be uncomfortable with the gender they are assigned with, sometimes described as being uncomfortable with their body, particularly developments during puberty, or being uncomfortable with the expected roles of their assigned gender. That is what they say gender dysphoria is.
Can you please post
So-
on Twitter when you get your mom about the book? I will. I would definitely post it on Twitter for you.
Okay, good.
Because that's not the definition that I read in the book, the definition that you're saying, and I'm confused about that. It's not the same definition.
Okay. All right, because that's the definition that's in the book that you said, so that's why I read it. I mean, maybe your mom just has a special version of it. I don't know how, but maybe she does. That's written special just for you guys. But but if you want to, you
It's not a special
can
book. I mean, it's a normal psychologist book. So I mean,
alrighty. So if you want to go ahead and ask if you have another question.
I don't have any much questions. I mean, I pretty much stated the videos that were transphobic, and I mean, you didn't have anything to back it up with. I mean, you said it was a long time ago. Like, I mean, it should be.
Well, I mean, my recent videos. I'm sure you have problems with my recent videos.
You bring up another YouTuber that makes videos, and y'all are saying that he's some kind of pedophile and stuff like that, and that's a long time
When
ago.
did I bring up Onision? I did not bring up Onision at all.
You did earlier.
That was in another debate, okay? I think you're starting to
in the
mix
DMs,
things up.
she mentioned in her tweet, she said, "Oh, this makes sense. She likes this person. That's why she's," and that's really offensive. Like
all I did, I know what you're talking about. I retweeted you. I retweeted. You made a tweet that said that you stand for Onision.
Yeah,
I retweeted it and just said. I
took it
retweeted
out of
it and said, "Oh, this makes sense." I can't prove that you tweeted it because you deleted the tweet and made a new one with different wording. But I mean, my retweet's still there with the deleted
context.
You said that I didn't say anything about him being a pedophile. All I said is this makes sense. You are the one who applied what you see. The way the things that you are like having issues with all comes down to how you personally interpret it. Just because you read something and you think about it in a certain way doesn't mean that that is the defined way. Like a good example would be, I mean, it's a meme going around how like teachers would be like, "Oh, and you read in this book, they say that, you know, the curtains were blue and it, you know, represents how depressed the writer was and everything like that." When all the writer was saying was the curtains were fucking blue. And I feel like you read all of these things, you'll read one sentence, you'll read one word, you'll hear one thing, and then you will apply everything that you personally want to, and you'll attach it to that and say that this is what you meant by it, even when they don't. Like, for instance, one of them.
You're doing the same thing, and I feel like everyone I had a debate with is doing it. I'm definitely not accused of doing that. Attaching things to it. That's ludicrous.
I mean, so far you've called me transphobic and problematic, and your only real reasoning for it.
Your videos, it's right there in your videos.
Exactly.
And you said, "Oh, it's such a long
I'm
time ago." You say, "Oh, it's such a long time ago." That doesn't like do you not preach accountability? Do you not preach accountability?
I do, and
okay.
I never said that you can't count those. All I said was those are old videos. I don't remember what I said in them, so I'm gonna just trust that whatever you're saying. I made those videos 4 years ago. I don't know of any YouTuber that goes back and watches videos that old. Like, I'll watch old vlogs with my friends because they're adventures, but any videos where I'm sitting down talking, it wasn't until recently where I actually was proud of my content enough that I actually want to watch it. Like he didn't know I was transgender video. That's my favorite video I ever made, and I've watched that multiple times myself because I'm like, I actually like this. But my older videos, pretty much before that point, which I know is just saying since August, actually now there's been a lot, like pretty much this year is when I finally got more comfortable with YouTube and my filming style. But up until then, I would record my videos, I would edit it, I would upload it, and then never look at it ever again. I tried to watch them today because I figured you were going to bring them up to me. So I made it 30 seconds into the first one.
What you say?
Huh?
So you just randomly say stuff and you don't remember what you're saying in the videos.
Do you remember what you said years ago on February 2nd at 3 p.m.?
Not exactly, but like if we were doing a debate, I would go back.
No, you remember that. Why don't you remember everything that you
Yeah,
said? Do you just say things?
If I had a video of what happened that day, I would go back and look at the video if I'm doing a debate. And you.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I already told you. I told you straight up on Twitter. I was, if you're gonna bring up my videos from 3 years ago, so you know, I haven't seen them in 3 years, and I don't plan on ever fucking watching them.
It doesn't give you a free pass. It's not like a target.
Okay, but so far okay, I'm not saying that they're giving you a pass. The only thing. So far, the only thing that you brought up from my videos that old, don't shake your head, hold on. The only thing you brought up from my videos from that old was my, what is it, the next big step one or the next step in trans rights video. That was the only one that you brought up that was old. The rest of those, the he didn't know I was transgender video, what I wish I knew before transgender.
You say that. You say every video that you're saying is old and I haven't watched it yet. But now you're saying that you have watched them. I'm so confused right now.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What just? Oh no! I just continue. I'm just over here laughing.
Go ahead. Re-ask your question.
You're laughing. It's contagious. Laughter is contagious.
My videos, I'll try to be a bit more clear here. Maybe I was a little confusing. My videos, did you just watch the playlist of all of my trans videos? Is that what you looked at?
Yeah, but I started from way at the bottom. Your first video, I started at way at the bottom.
So you went through all 293 videos of mine, which has a total of.
I went through 25% of it. I skipped a few, but I went to the important ones.
Okay, because I just recently did the stats on it. That right there, if I remember correctly, is about 300 hours worth of content. It would take you 300 hours to watch everything I've ever made.
Oh, I can just glimpse through it.
Why did you freeze?
Why did I freeze? What?
What?
What's
there we go. I'm back.
Okay.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so all of my videos in total have hundreds of hours worth of content. Out of my trans videos, I think I have a total of 12 videos where I talk about transgender topics.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, I mean, I've seen 25% of it.
I mean, I would believe you if my is totally believable.
25% is not
75
that many. Hours. That's totally not true. That's bogus. That's not 70. That's not 75 hours. I think you need to do your math again.
By the way,
don't
put that in the comments.
I mean, it's not that hard to find that out. There's 200 videos. There's a few that are like 3 hours long. So I mean,
my percentage might be incorrect. Don't quote me on like the exact math.
I mean, anyway, this is irrelevant anyway. Let's get back on things videos. Okay, I'm gonna go through and read off these things. So my very first transgender video that I ever made was my coming out video. Do you have any issues with that video?
That's correct. Let me see.
I'm looking at the playlist. I know the videos I've made. I know
my phone just to make sure you.
I've never ever talked about being transgender until I came out as transgender. I had no need to talk about being transgender until I came out as transgender. So I know for a fact that my very first video I ever made on being transgender. I hate watching it. It's pre-everything. I hate it. So like I know that it exists, and I know that was the first video.
You're saying the right correct stuff.
Okay, you feel free to verify it. I'm just telling you, I know for sure that there's no other video that's my first trans video, and I made a playlist that has all the trans videos in it. So that's what I am looking at because it makes it a lot.
Updates in December, what a month, random Wednesday.
Clarabelle, can I just ask you something? I was just thinking about it earlier because I watched some of your videos, the last two especially. Because you said that Calvin was a bully, right? But I feel like you went on and on about his name in the beginning of that video, and I felt like you were kind of, and then You said a lot of mean stuff in that video about him, and then you said that he was.
I am a comedian. This is what I've been saying in all of my videos. I'm a comedian. And everyone knows that. This is just
so
like, I feel like when Kevin and Miss London and everyone else makes videos like jokes, everybody's like, it's funny. And when I make videos, everyone gets angry at me.
When he said that he jokes about, so when you joke about stuff, it's okay. But when he jokes about stuff, it's not okay.
Those are not jokes. I don't make offensive jokes. I don't talk about trans people and non-binary people.
Well, it was kind of offensive towards him, though.
How is bullying a trans person?
Say that his name is related to and I didn't watch the video because I couldn't.
Bullying a whole group of non-binary people. How is him and a group of non-binary people the same in the same balance as that? That does not make any sense. No,
I just felt like it was kind of stupid to say that he was a bully when you were kind of saying all that stuff.
I mean,
you told me that you're
a plain bully. I haven't bullied anyone.
You told me that you're a comedian. Why is your comedy okay, but Calvin's and mine isn't?
Yeah.
Everybody handles
and I don't make false labels. I don't diminish the trans community like you're doing right now.
You're not attacking people, but that video was directly attacking Calvin.
I never, ever, ever attacked anybody. The only thing that you could say that I attacked you, but all I did is say is that your facts were wrong. And then I was nice and I gave you constructive criticism.
You attacked me all on Twitter. I have the screenshots.
I have screenshots of every single interaction we had, including the things that you deleted. I have every screenshot.
And then you said that my makeup wasn't right or something.
Hold on. I knew you were going to bring that up. Hold on. I know what comment you're talking about where you said that you offered me, your initial response to me was you offered me makeup lessons. I obviously needed it. You told me I obviously need makeup lessons. So
you come on my channel and say bogus stuff like that, like trying to diminish me. Oh, you need a little help on your script writing and editing and blah 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 blah.
All I did is how is that attacking you to say?
Are you the Clarabelle Catlin team? That's when I'm still confused. Like I don't need any. Like if you want advice, DM me about the advice. Don't come on my channel and say, hey, this and this is off. It's like me coming on your channel and saying, oh, that lighting is off. Oh, look, you have some piece of paper on the floor. Like that's what it felt like. You went to my channel.
I didn't
bully me.
So it's wrong for me to go on your channel and say, hey, to make your videos seem more cohesive.
Have I ever went to your channel and did something like that? Have I ever?
Clarabelle, I let you speak. I try not to interrupt you. Please let me speak.
Sure. Yeah.
So what you're saying is I can't come on your channel and nicely. Why did you just roll your eyes? Really? Like I can't come on your channel and nicely say, everybody can go read them. Quinn, if you would like to, you can read our conversation back and give me your point. There is one comment that I made that I totally understand why you took it. That I totally understand. It was poor wording on my end, where you told me that you've been doing videos without scripts for years. And first you told me that you're going to offer me to do makeup, that I need to do better with my makeup, which I don't wear makeup, and that you'll teach me how to do better with it so I don't look as bad. And then you told me, and then you were like, I've been doing videos for years without a script and I've been doing fine. My response was, I don't wear makeup. I don't need it, period, which I should have put a break there instead, but it was period. And then it's like, in response to your, I've been doing it for years without a script. In response to that, I said, it sure does not seem like it, or something along those lines, where essentially was, if you've been doing videos for years without a script, you obviously still need to work on it a lot because you don't have an outline. You're all over the place. You just ramble and make no sense. Like that to me, I don't feel like
making fun of my content again.
I didn't. How is me coming onto you and coming on your channel?
You don't have to go to my YouTube.
Stop talking over each other, please. Stop interrupting.
How is giving you constructive criticism? I could understand if I came on your video and said, this video sucks, you suck, this all. Instead, I said, your video was all over the place. Here's how you can make it seem a little bit more together, so then that way people understand what you're talking about. Because if I would have discovered a video about Calvin or London, if somebody randomly stumbles over it, nobody has any idea who London or Calvin is. You didn't link to their channels. You didn't show any proof of any of your claims. You just literally were like, they are bullies, and you have to DM me. And then you turn around, you accuse me of being transphobic, and when I asked you how, and I DM'd you, you were like, now we got to debate.
I did not DM you and say, oh, now we have to debate. I never said that. This is not Pokemon. We have to do, like, that never happened.
Wait, what?
This is not Pokemon, like, we have to do. I never say that, actually, like, and that was comedian. That was supposed to be funny. Anyway, corny jokes. Anyway, I have to laugh about that. That was a good joke. I work really hard on that. But anyway, like, you could have always you could always DM me, and we could have talked about it, not just go on my channel and post that. I mean, that's like you going on. We can, like I say, and I don't have to link the channel. I say Calvin. Who else? Who is Evan Calvin that you know? Calvin is only, and I don't need to link it. I say DM me. That's the kind of person I am. I don't want to put everything out on my YouTube video. I'm not the kind of person just boom, boom, boom. You can DM me. And
So you'd rather just make claims without backing it up and have hundreds of people potentially messaging you, asking you to send that info. Like,
yes,
I feel like
I'd rather do it privately than pretty much rather do it privately.
You could have just put it in the.
Then why did you DM Calvin? Did you DM London? Did you DM Sam? Did you DM Storm? Did you DM
them? I've been DM'd them.
You never DM'd me before you made that tweet. You didn't ever DM me. You didn't talk to me about.
I knew you would have. I knew you would be like, oh, I'm not transphobic. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
But I told you, like, when you made that post, I said, show me my problematic things. And you said, DM me. I DM'd you, and you never showed me anything. It wasn't until now where you finally told me what you thought was wrong.
What do you mean? I did tell you. I said your videos are transphobic.
Annoying. Let each other speak, and then continue.
But I was saying, are you talking or?
No, go on.
I was saying that, like, and I've been DMing you, and I told you that I pretty much told you that now my words are kind of stuck in my head right now. I told you that your videos are transphobic, and that's why I disagreed with you, and I've been told you that, and you are saying that I did not tell you that, and I was like, you need to debate me in order for me to answer this question. You need to debate me, and I never did that.
I can tell you, I could tell everybody, I can make a video right now that says Clarabelle Caton is Catlin, I'm sorry, my apologies. She's transphobic, and then just leave it at that. Don't say anything. And then people ask me why, I tell them to DM me, and then because you told me, I DM'd you, and you did say, yeah, your content's transphobic, but you never told me what. You never told me specifically what.
It's not my job to go to your content and say, oh, section 582, that's transphobic. Like, I don't feel like you should know your own content is transphobic.
How can I change from something that if I'm doing it, I'm definitely doing it out of ignorance. I don't know that I'm doing it. So how can I change if you can't tell me, if I'm just supposed to know? Most people who are, do things, especially with things like this, they don't realize it. They don't know. Maybe I am transphobic, and how would I know unless you tell me what I do specifically that's transphobic? How can I change as a person? How can I change as a person to be less transphobic, to have less problems, if you can't tell me what those problems are? How can I fix something that I don't know what the problem is? Like, how?
I mean, I told you, I messaged you, I DM'd you, I told you your videos, I told you which video, I told, like, it's not, I said the top 2 of your videos that you made, that's diminished lots of them that is transphobic, and you said, okay, where's the receipts? And I kept telling you that, and you kept saying, where's the receipts? And I told you about the videos. I mean, like, I don't go around with screenshots of, like, videos and information. Like, that's not the kind of person I am.
Well, you had time to find that before the debate, maybe? I don't know.
What?
Well, you say that you don't have screenshots and stuff, right? So when you guys talked about having this debate, why didn't you go and find proof so that you could show, like Calvin in the debate earlier, he had a lot of proof. Like, he
I did
came
have proof
told,
too.
well, I haven't heard any specific proof.
You have to look back in the video because I've provided a lot of proof in the videos.
But where's the proof against me? That's who we're talking
I've
about
been
now.
saying we've been talking in circles for like about an hour now.
In our
and I
DMs,
told
in our
you.
DMs, I'm looking at our DMs. Literally, we never talked about it. Our DMs,
But
we
did
started
talk
talking.
about it. Now you're making up stuff now. You're saying we didn't talk about it.
I'm literally looking at our DMs right now. I have
DMs,
I have
you're on my DMs or even on Twitter. We communicated about it.
Can I finish what I was going to say? I'm looking at my DMs now. I don't see it in here. So if we had that interaction, it is out there on Twitter for everybody to see. So go look for it, guys, and bump it so then that way I know where she told me this because I didn't see it.
Look at my Twitter page.
Yeah, it must be on Twitter somewhere because it is not in our DMs. That's what I was going to say before you got all defensive. I don't know why, but yeah.
I'm offensive because you're making these accusations about you DM me and you and this and that, and that's not true. I DM'd you and told you why your videos were transphobic, and now you're saying that I didn't tell you anything. Like I'm just saying, oh, it's transphobic. I'm not going to tell you until we do a debate.
I think
Like I'm not going to
I
tell
think
you.
Google will let me do a screen. So Google, I think Hangouts will let me do a screen share, so I could actually just show everybody our entire DM conversation right now if you'd like.
I already told you not on a DM, so that wouldn't.
I mean, also, so in all of our discussions so far, every single point that I brought up to you, you asked for proof, you asked for why, you asked for how it works. But whenever we ask you for proof, whenever anybody asked you for proof, your response is, well, I just feel like that, or that's just how it is, or this is how you have to accept it. You don't give any proof, but you want everybody else to give proof.
That is a total lie. That is the biggest lie.
How so?
That is the biggest lie since I talked to Sam. That's the biggest lie.
All right, so I think I am screen sharing now. So let me minimize this. I'll minimize this.
Oh,
here are our DMs. Here are our DMs. Hey, sup fam, when are you free? I'm completely, and then, obviously this. It was just blah, 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 because I was just trying to figure out logistics, because literally I avoided any debate topics in our DMs because I DMs. So this is literally just, I'm going to keep scrolling, let everybody read and have time, and me just checking with a moderator. I even offer, and everything. And so until we come up to where you brought it up, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but maybe it was. So we'll see.
I was really nice in the video, really nice in the messenger.
I told you I was, and I told you I'm not gonna hold back.
No, I was
we
really
are.
nice in the messenger.
Yes, you were. You were very nice. We were both nice, and like I expected that. And I mean, like we both said, we don't have an issue with each other. It's just our views.
People say I'm some kind of mean bitch, and I was the nicest in this messenger.
So here we are. This is you talking about the debate with Miss London and Sam when you told me last night that you thought I was going to be on there until later, which I don't know why you kept telling me I was going to be on that debate, and then how you told me I was going to be on Calvin, and then on the debate you were just like,
logistics wasn't worked out, and I'm not. And the communication was kind of offy. I told them, I said, hey, Ken is supposed to be in it. They said sure. And then later they said, oh, no, they can be on the live. They can comment live. And that's where the confusion came in.
Okay, but you straight up said, and Storm saw the screenshot because I asked him about it.
And what does this have to do with what we were talking about?
You said the debate starts at 5 and that I will be, and then that you guys are going to bring me on at 6 p.m.
What does that have to do with what we were talking about? You said you had DM. We was talking about receipts about your videos, and now you're talking about the debate that happened.
I'm just going through trying to figure out exactly, where you said this in our DMs, because so far we're up to.
Been courteous in the Twitter probably. I said it might not be in a DM.
Okay, so now it's not in the DMs. Now that we're looking,
I
okay,
can
so I
say
guess
that.
I'll,
And if I wish there was a rewind button. You can hear me saying it might be in Twitter if it's 99 DMs.
okay.
I
All
said
right,
I've
so
seen a
let's.
lot of tweets and DMs from people. I know it's somewhere in that Twitter cloud in the sky somewhere.
Okay. Well, hopefully somebody will find it because I personally don't remember seeing that. But hopefully we'll find it. You said in Sam's live stream that you think that trans people shouldn't pass. Why?
I said what?
You said that you don't think trans people should pass. You don't see why there's a big deal in people passing. You don't know why people try to pass.
What?
I never said that.
Yes, you
That's
did.
no. Did you just pull that from somewhere? Because I did not say that.
No, I took notes while I was watching your debates, and that was one of the things that
See,
you said
that
on
is
Sam Collins'
unfair.
debate.
I did not say that. I never said that.
Quinn, you were there.
What?
Did you remember? You were there. Do you
I
remember her saying that?
I missed the beginning of each stream because I didn't get the notification, so I probably missed. But
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
but
I don't remember where it was.
I wish I had Coke. I have no more water right now. I'm kind of sad, but
All right. So I'll withdraw that argument since I can't prove that you made that comment. I just remember you saying that. I wrote it down and I put a whole bunch of question marks after it. Like what?
we all watched it. You did say it. No, unless you have the
actually
unless you
the
rewind
comments
the
are saying
video.
that you did, so I feel like that's a lot of proof. That's a lot of witnesses.
What?
No, all of the comments are saying that you did say that.
All the comments. Everybody seems to just hate me these days. So I
So
want to
I
believe the
feel like if
comments.
they're saying that you did, you probably did.
And none of these people actually know, so I would not believe the comments.
All right. So we'll move on from that since between
I think
us
the
there's no
comments are
proof.
super.
So fine. The next one, you said you don't like the fact that me and Calvin and Sam and stuff joke around about being trans. You don't like how we make it a joke and think that and we basically make a joke out of it. You think that that's wrong and that we shouldn't make jokes out of it. That jokes about being transgender is bad and wrong.
I never say that. I say that some of the jokes that you are making are desensitized and it's sensitive and you should not make those kind of jokes. I never say you shouldn't make jokes at all.
Okay.
I say some of those jokes you should choose your jokes wisely, not jokes that make other trans people uncomfortable because they are called those things. That's what I said in the video.
Okay, so well then if the thing is though, everybody copes and deals with stuff differently. I deal with all of my problems with comedy. Any of my friends, if you were to ask them, or I'm sure they'll probably start agreeing in the chat. Really, I turn everything in my life into a joke. I tried killing myself, and literally, I was in the hospital an hour later joking about it. Like that's how I handle things, and I don't think that people who are trans.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the comments. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm not saying that everybody in the comments is like not good or whatever. I'm just saying that I don't know any of you, so therefore I wouldn't believe you. But yeah.
But that's how people cope with things. And you say that joking about these sensitive things desensitizes it, but don't you want them desensitized? Don't you want it to be so now you don't have to feel like people are tiptoeing around you? They're able to just treat you like a normal person. They don't have to be like, she's trans, I better be careful with what I say. Instead, it's like, she's trans, but who cares? It's a normal thing that people do.
I don't think
like I said, when I was a kid, I never even heard the word trans, but now it's being normalized, and I think that's a good thing because people now know what being trans is.
What do you joke about slavery? What do you joke about slavery?
It's not something I've never experienced, so no, I wouldn't. Like
okay,
I've said that
what do you think joking about trans that's sensitive to some people to talk about it?
Because I am trans.
Okay,
I am trans. It's something
but some people are sensitive towards those kind of jokes. Why not use that language at all?
Then don't watch my videos if you don't want to. If you don't want to hear me joking about being trans, don't watch my videos. Don't follow me on Twitter. I don't need people to follow me that don't like what I say. Like everybody likes their own version of comedy. My mom hated the actor Leslie Nielsen. She couldn't stand his comedy, but I love it. People don't like
And
I don't know. There's people out there that don't like Bill Murray's comedy for well, maybe not Bill Murray. Everybody loves Bill Murray.
and everyone does hate me. They do. They have getting.
I don't
Since I've been on these debates with you and everybody, I've been getting so much hate mail for just sharing my views, and that's what I define as hate.
Remember last night when you told me you're getting so many DMs, you're getting so many ats, you're getting so many things, and you don't know why. I told you, you went after, not counting me, you went after four. You went
I
after
don't want to go
four.
after 4 YouTubers.
Hold on. You went after London. You went after Calvin Guerra. You went after Storm Ryan. And you went after Sam Collins. Between those 4, they have 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, believe
and then
that.
there's me, the one that has 400 subscribers. I still don't know how I'm in that mix. But
you're
you
trying
went
to
after
kill
all
me.
those people. They have 1 million people that are subscribed to them. Like, how did you not expect to have, even 1,000 people upset with you because you're attacking people that have
I'm
helped
not
them
attacking people.
through.
That's a lie.
Yes, you are.
That's
Okay.
You totally are.
Oh.
What are you?
So why did you tweet at Blair White 2 or 3 times tonight in a row when, and making fun of her name?
I treated Blair White.
Why did you do that? That's attacking her. What has Blair White done to you?
Say something. You say something.
Why has
You
Blair White
respond
done to
to
you
it.
personally?
Don't speak over.
Respond to it. The reason that I was applied to Blair White is because when I was looking at the debate tonight with Calvin, she posted something and said something rude towards me. So I posted something again and said, "How dare you make fun of my name and stuff like that?" So I went after her name. So therefore,
Okay, but it's still.
It's still attacking somebody.
okay. I mean, you're attacking people with your
Can I just say one
every
thing?
day. Like, I mean, on YouTube. So I mean, we both are attacking people. So.
But I'm owning up to
You
it.
can add yourself to the name to the list too. So I mean,
We'll add you to the list.
I'm adding you too, and we're good.
Go ahead, Quinn. Say what you wanted to.
What was I gonna? Oh yeah, earlier, when Joselyn said your name, you corrected her immediately, and she corrected herself. After that, when she said your name, because she said it a little bit incorrectly, but. So you get so mad when people say your name incorrectly, but you can say everybody else's name incorrectly. Like, that's fine.
Everybody seems to make a joke of my name, and that's offensive towards me. I have never. The only reason I made
No,
fun
but
of
why
Gavin's
does that
name.
make it okay for you to go and bully other people's names?
Does it make it okay for her to share sensitive YouTube videos on YouTube? No, it doesn't. So.
What does
How is
that?
that comparable?
Does it make it fair
What
for
does that have to do with that?
Calvin to go and bully people? No, it doesn't. Does it make it fair for Miss London to go after my friend Victoria Wiggins, even though she made a comedian video? Is that fair? No. Is it fair that you judge me because of the YouTubers I like? No, that's not fair either. So lots of things are not fair.
I am so confused. I didn't get any of that. What?
I don't even know where you went off on that, but okay.
No.
Because you're calling me y'all are calling me that I'm bullied someone. That's not true.
Okay, but like
I feel like you're bullied too. You're the bully.
the excuses you're using right now are the excuses that my 2-year-old goddaughter would use when she gets in trouble for hitting her
Now you're calling
friend.
me a 2-year-old. Thank you. That's
No,
really
I'm not. Where did I say that? I'm just.
You just call me a 2. You just say
No.
these are the things my 2-year-old.
Girl, you need,
That's comparing me
you
to a
need to
2-year-old.
calm down, please. Both of you, please calm down. I'm just have a
Okay,
sip of
so
some water
Calvin,
or something. I don't know.
nobody, as far as I know, unless it was in tweets, I didn't see anything, but nobody really came at your name until Calvin did. Calvin,
Lies. Don't even
let
lie
me-
about that.
let
One
her-
people came at me about my
Let
name.
Joseph speak,
Let
please.
me-
Clarabelle,
let me
wait.
finish what I was saying. Nobody up until Calvin attacked your name first. Yes, that I will give you. I didn't see anybody attack your anybody. Yeah, I didn't see you attack anybody's name before that, and I didn't see anybody attack Calvin before that. But after he said that is when people did start coming for your name. I will give you that. But then what gives you the right that if he did it, then you start doing it to literally everybody?
But gives him the right to frustrate. What gives it's like if someone is going to call me a name, of course I'm going to fire back. Like, what do you want me to sit there?
But why do you fire back on so many
I'm
other
not going to do
anything to do with any other people?
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay. That's fine.
And I don't get how everyone is saying, oh, she's such a bully, and I'm attacking people. I'm not attacking anyone. They are literally the YouTubers
Yes,
who are
you
attacking people
literally
with
made
their
2
content.
YouTube videos about 2 people attacking them directly. And all of them.
Have you not watched Kevin's video? Have you not watched Kevin's video? Have you
Which
not
one?
seen him attack people?
I
Calvin
watched
didn't
a
make
lot
a
of
video about
videos,
you.
and I
All of his
didn't
videos
even
are people attacking people. All of your videos are about offensive trans jokes that you think are funny, but it's not.
Wait, what? That was you're referring to one of Sam's videos now.
I'm referring to one of your videos. All of you said you like jokes.
I've never made any videos about trans jokes. I've never. I don't.
You
Huh?
said you like dark humor, and you said you like making jokes about trans people.
I never said dark humor. I think you're confusing me with Calvin again.
Yes, you just said that.
I mean, I do enjoy dark humor. I enjoy it greatly, and there's a lot of people out there who like dark humor. But that doesn't mean that it's wrong. People have different interests. Just because I like Star Wars and somebody likes Star Trek doesn't instantly mean that the person who likes Star Trek is wrong.
Star Trek has to do with it.
You keep comparing everything to everything else, but then the second somebody else does, you're just like, what does that have anything to do with it?
That is a fair point. What do you have to say to that?
I have nothing to say because like
you
pretty much are like, oh, I didn't like, oh, I say this, but I'm gonna take it back. Oh, I say this too, I'm gonna take it back, and then you say I didn't say it at all. And when you go back and look at the video, it turns out you did say that, and that's what I have issue at.
Exactly what you were doing.
I genuinely think that and I can totally understand why, and I give you like I understand it. I think you are genuinely just mixing all the conversations that you've had up.
I am not mixing the conversation.
Yeah, I think that.
There's no shame.
I know who you are.
No, but like you.
Okay, please, you need to both of
You've literally spent
Please.
spent like 6 hours now talking and having these conversations with different people. I what to and who said what.
I know who I'm talking to right now. My name starts with a J.
Right, but
I don't mix things up. Now you're pretty much.
I know, but
you told me I'm mixing things up, and I don't do that. I don't mix. I'm not gonna mix up Ellen and Oprah. Like, what are you saying?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that you're confusing who is who. I think you're just remembering things that people said.
That's what you're saying.
I think you're remembering what people say, and you're just thinking that it's other people because you did the same thing in the debate with Calvin.
No,
you brought up stuff that Sam said, and you used it against Calvin, and Calvin was like, "What?" And now you're doing it to me. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that to shame you. Like confusing stuff. I confuse shit all the time. I can't keep. I do that all the time. There's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not saying that as an attack.
You're just saying something and pulling
I'm literally
right now.
I'm literally being nice and giving you an out for why you're confusing things, and you're still telling me like I don't know why.
That's what you're doing right now, because you're saying that you didn't say what you're saying a minute ago. Now you're saying, oh, I'm gonna take that back. Now I never said that. Because we don't have a rewind button, so therefore I can't be proven that I'm actually truthful.
I'm leaving the DVR up. I'm going to leave the DVR up so you can feel free and go through this entire thing and respond to everything.
I even make a video of it and saying how correct I was in it.
But are you going to source it, or are you just going to tell people to just take your word on it?
Really? I do not copyright anyone's video. I have never done that before.
This video isn't copyrighted. You have full rights.
That's what you're saying. You're saying I'm going to take your video and like. Of course, I would give you credit.
That is not what I said.
Yes, you did.
That is not what I said.
Just take a little bit of a break, please, maybe, because it's getting a little bit heated. We're getting maybe a little bit angry at each other right now, and
she's pulling things out of nowhere. She's
please
she's in our little galaxy bag and pulling things out of space.
Just calm down a bit, please.
I feel like I'm on The View or something. Like all these statements don't make sense.
I mean, you're right on that. The View doesn't make any sense.
Like I feel like everyone's like, oh, she's apparently I'm some kind of Elizabeth Huckleback or something. Everybody's like, oh, she's making up all these things and stuff like that, and that's not true. And then when
I've never.
then when I share my views, everybody's like, oh, she's not making sense and blah 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 blah. When I'm actually making sense, and I do make sense. Just because you don't agree with someone doesn't. Just because you don't agree with anyone doesn't make them makes them not making sense. And I don't get that. Like.
I think maybe we should take like a 5-minute break or something. I don't know. We've been going for quite a bit, and just maybe we can
I don't
all
even
just
know.
cool down for like 5 minutes, and then we can come back and maybe continue doing a civil debate. And yeah, please, maybe I don't. Maybe that would be a good idea. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
I mean, if you,
Sure.
I
And then we
can't
can go back to like
post
having
that stuff
actual
back.
point, answer
Huh?
and answer. I don't know.
Yep, I agree. I think
Random
taking
stuff.
I think taking a break just to cool down is
Yeah.
probably a very good idea.
Yeah, because we're kind of all over the place right now, and I feel like we need to just take a moment.
So I don't know exactly how to take a break though on a live
Yeah, I
stream.
don't know.
So I don't know if
Just
there's
like pause.
I'm just gonna put water.
I don't know.
Oops.
Yeah, we should. People get water. Hydrate yourself. That is a thing. I am hydrating
have
with cola currently because that is
all I
water.
have is Dr. Pepper. Oh boy,
Yeah, I've
Mackenzie,
gone
what do
through
you
almost half a bottle of cola.
I'm just an animal and I just drink directly from the bottle.
No, I need my glass to just.
I'm too lazy. Why dirty a cup? Oh my gosh.
Oh, my lips came up. Oh, that's not good. Welcome to my makeup tutorial.
Last time I did a makeup tutorial, I looked like a 5-year-old who got their first makeup kit.
Yeah, but after mine, I look like Gigi Gorgeous. And that was
I used to try to do my makeup because everyone did it, so I thought I had to, and I was just terrible. I spent like half an hour trying to get a good winged eyeliner, but it did not look good. It is a lot harder than it looks. So, props to people.
Who's your favorite makeup YouTubers? Who's your favorite YouTube makeup? Who's your favorite makeup YouTubers?
Mine or
Both of you.
I've given up on makeup.
What?
my favorite makeup artist? I don't know. I don't really follow a lot of makeup artists. I think it's really cool that people can do a lot of cool stuff with makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I have makeup all around me, like it's just everywhere. I need help.
I gave up on makeup. I feel like I'm too lazy to do it. I don't. Yeah. And I'm I get very, very frustrated. So like I'm somebody who, and I said it, I actually said it in my one video about things I wish I knew when I was before I transitioned, was how it's so hard not to compare like your makeup skills to people who, have been doing it, who are doing it for forever. And like, and the thing is, most girls have been doing it forever. They've been doing it since they were little kids and have had years and years of practice. I literally am like a 5-year-old who just got their first makeup kit because I haven't used it much. And it's so hard to disconnect from that. So whenever I do my makeup, I'm just like, I don't look as pretty as all these things with makeup. So fuck it. I give up.
What I do is I watch a YouTube makeup tutorial every day, and I try a new thing every day, and that's how I pretty much learn, is from my mistakes and things like that. Even if you're not going anywhere, just just look at a tutorial and try makeup on for a day, and then do another style the other day. Like that's what I pretty much do, and I learn a lot.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fun. I mean, it's freaking fun. Like all the colors and it's amazing. Like
I like dyeing my hair though. That's the thing I like doing.
no, yeah, I need to dye my hair. It needs to be. I want to re-dye it green one day. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to look like Billy Joe from Green Day. That's kind of all I don't want to look like. So.
Yeah, I had a hair purple, like a deep purple. I loved it. Like, and everybody told me that like purple suits me, and I guess purple is a color that like is hit or miss with people.
Yeah,
And everybody's always just like,
yeah, I
that
think
looks
purple
so good, purple.
I agree. A little bit of purple will look good. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, I've done it before. If you look at some of my older videos, you could see like I had all my hair just purple, and it was good for a while, but then it got not good. It washed out, and it looked fine for a while. My ID picture, actually, I have like really faded purple hair. It looks red. I guess they never missed, huh? I'm reading the chat. The memer and me couldn't do it.
Somebody has a question in the chat, I think.
Yeah, my friend wants to know. She said she wants to know if you would want to swap out for modding. She wasn't sure. She wasn't sure if you are okay and comfortable and like everything.
You know,
probably not what? What? What did he say? He says he's.
That was for Quinn.
Oh, Quinn, yeah, Quinn. I mean,
yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, so like she comes in and I go out. That's fine.
And that's up to you. She just yeah, I don't know if she can explain. I'm sure in the things like I don't know.
Let's just talk about makeup. I was like, yeah, that sounds good.
You know, I'm not really the best at this because I've never really done it, but yeah.
Yeah, I can be Gigi. You can be who's the other? Who's the other trans?
Are you okay with that, Clarabelle?
Talk about makeup.
No, my friend. She wants to. We're gonna swap out. We're gonna swap out mods.
One person said we could just.
Or we can just add her in here too.
Yeah, sure.
Just because she's okay. She's somebody who's done debates and everything like that before, so she would be able to help make sure we stay on track better.
Yeah.
Like, not that you're not doing a good job. Like you're doing better than I probably would with being like, calm down.
and it's great to meet you too, Quinn. You're pretty amazing.
Oh, thanks. But
so,
the way
yeah,
comments are actually really nice compared to the conversations with the other things.
You can message me anytime. So.
All right, so I sent my friend the link, so she should be joining on. Her name's Mackenzie. Those of you guys in the chat, you saw her. She's my mod. Who's just keeping an eye on things.
Everybody's like, "Don't leave, Quinn."
Yeah, they all. Everybody loves you, Quinn. It's great.
Yeah, I think you should start your YouTube channel. I think Quinn should start your YouTube channel.
After this, add me on Twitter.
Thumbs up. Everybody say Quinn start a YouTube channel if you think Quinn should start a YouTube channel.
I'm missing that.
If you get more than 10 people saying you have to start a YouTube channel.
What would I would just sit there and be awkward.
I will watch it.
I was so awkward on my first video, like so awkward. I was in my car. I think I was either on my break from Subway when I worked there, in my uniform and everything, recording on my phone, being like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I want to do this. It was horrible.
I think I'm gonna do hashtag. Wait, what is the hashtag again? Hashtag we are Quinn. I'm gonna put that on my Twitter page. I'm gonna make a t-shirt of it now. That's gonna be my official match.
So relatable. I know.
I'm literally gonna get a t-shirt that says hashtag we are Quinn and wearing on all my videos now. Like, just to do it. And they're like, "Who is Quinn?" I'm like, "Oh."
Haven't you heard?
Have you heard of Quinn? Like, who are you?
Where have you been?
Yeah, where have you been?
Well, I made a horrible mistake of commenting a meme on one of Gabby's tweets, and like it's like has like so I keep getting so many notifications from it. It was just like a throwaway post. She like made a tweet saying she shared a tweet from like 2 years ago that says my goal in life is to become a meme, and I just happened to see a meme about her, so I just like responded to the tweet with that, and it was a YouTube Rewind one where it has like the spotlight and it's like dislikes and it goes, I'm so proud of this community, and it's a picture of Gabby.
Yeah. I just can't wait till later on today to watch
that you have to send the request through the app.
The request to the app, apparently.
Oh.
It worked for me when I
Matt.
just.
Wait, you know what? I think I'm friends with you on Mackenzie Chamberlain. Okay, yep. I could send you the invite through the app. I'm friends with you already. There you go.
Okay. I can't wait to watch.
I forgot.
the
We're real friends in real life, so I actually have your email address and know you and everything.
I do want to watch it though. I might have to watch it late tonight because I don't really have time.
Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Mac.
Hi.
Hello, individual.
All right, Mackenzie, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Are you going to stay, Quinn? Are you going to stay, Quinn? You should stay,
I'm gonna stay. The people want me.
Please stay. If you leave, I'm going to leave too. I just want you to know that. If you leave, I leave too.
So,
we're family.
Yeah, a family that argue.
All right, so Mackenzie, if you want to go ahead and I guess introduce yourself, and I guess if this was long enough of a break, I guess get set, things up or whatever. Do the moderator thing.
Mackenzie? I don't see her face.
I think she's having connection. She doesn't have her video on the thing. I can't tell audio wise. There we go. Back. Maybe she's having issues. Let me check my Facebook real quick and see if she's messaged me. Keep acting out of it.
They booted me.
Fuck Google, they booted my ass. Oh, they kicked you out. Okay, Mackenzie. I guess I'll just. Are you? Mackenzie has joined the server. Hey guys, I have an idea. Mackenzie has left the server.
I'm gonna wear this jacket I just bought, so I mean it might not look right with this outfit, but I'm gonna wear it.
Do I need to send you the invite again, Mac? I'm going to try. Oh, never mind.
Did it connect?
I guess again. Yep, here you are. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. It decided. It told me that apparently I had to agree to their terms and conditions that were stated before I was allowed to actually join the call.
Yeah, I have to do that too.
Yeah, I have to do it too. We all have to do it.
Am I disconnecting now? Jesus fucking Christ.
You turn your life away.
You're not disconnected.
Oh, there we go. All right. It all froze on my screen. So every time I say that, everything freezes. So I just assume I'm not connected. So I guess everybody's been hearing me bitch about that every time. So Mackenzie, if you want to go ahead, introduce yourself and everything, and then I guess lay the groundwork to get this ball rolling again.
Well, my name's Mackenzie, and I was just keeping an eye on comments till now. But normally for debates, what you do from my 2 semesters of having to debate people in college classes, because apparently arguing is fun for people. The moderator controls the debate, so they bring your main point up, and they give one person the chance to talk, the other person gets to talk, and then you say if you want to rebuttal them or not. And that's how you stop like over talking usually, because somebody will say, well, I want to rebuttal, and then the moderator lets them do that when the other person's done talking. So I don't remember what point you guys were on, because I left to go take care of my daughter, and then I came back and everybody was arguing.
I don't know, Clara, do you have any more points or anything, or is it all pretty much just I have stuff to ask you?
I think it's stuff you have to ask me.
Okay.
See, I don't know any of Joss's points, so Joss can just ask the question.
I literally sent you the entire, so you can't even say that I didn't tell you them all. You have the list. You have access to it all.
I'm just fighting the air like always. I always fight the air.
Okay, I already answered that one. I'm trying to keep track of which ones I've already gotten at. Oh yeah. So this is one. It's more. I'm just very curious. This is more of a curiosity thing than anything. From something that you said in Calvin's debate, that you said that you're not about science and the medical stuff. Like you don't believe in that stuff.
No,
Why don't
I do not
why,
believe
why
in that.
don't you believe in science? Like if like why not? Like I'm just genuinely curious.
Because of my religion, pretty much.
Okay, all right. That's understandable. I know the religion thing is like I've said before, I grew up in an extremely conservative Christian family.
I'm not
So
Christian.
I can
I'm
I get
definitely
where
not
you're coming
Christian.
from, but
I'm definitely not
I was
Christian.
saying that as like I came from a religious background too. So like I understand, but saying that you don't believe it because of science, why is that? Or because you don't believe in science because of your religion, which that I can understand. But how is that different from a Christian? Abortion is wrong because of my religion.
I mean, I don't feel like that's a fair comparison, really. I mean, that's a weird question to ask. Because what are you saying? If Mom is going to say something.
It's a fair comparison to make because it's just the opposite side of the same coin. So it is technically a fair assumption to make. It's still the same basis of religion being used as a reason to discredit other people.
I mean, like, what religion? Like, are you saying just any religion, or what are you saying?
It would just be any religious belief that refutes somebody else's beliefs, basically. I know that Christianity is like the most common religion, but there's hundreds of religions out there that all have opposing views, and there's always a group of people out there that say that their religion has beliefs that make them not believe other people. So it doesn't really matter what the specific religion is. It's just the act of using religion as the basis of refuting somebody else's validity.
I mean, I would say I would be okay. I would say I respect your religious belief, but okay, but I don't respect your views. That's kind of what I would say. But I mean, no, I don't like religion is an interesting topic,
It is.
and I mean that's what I wouldn't I would say okay. That's your religious belief, and I don't agree with it, and there we go.
There are some religions, though, that are steeped in science. There's a lot of religions that
I never
coincide
heard of
with
that.
it's yeah. There's a whole slew of people who have bridged the gap between believing religion and science can't coexist with their religious belief.
They love educating about me too. Yeah, I did not know that. It's interesting.
But would you say that it's if somebody says, well, my religious belief says that you're wrong, no matter what the two views are, you would admit that no matter what, it's not fair to just disregard other people because of your religious beliefs, right?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't really get into that. I would. I mean, just me. I wouldn't. I haven't really encountered that, so I don't know how I would react.
But it would be wrong of somebody to try to silence you just because of their religion, though, right? Because everybody deserves to have a voice no matter what.
I mean, sure.
It doesn't sound very it doesn't sound very confident, but I can understand that it could be hard for you to identify with a situation that you haven't been in before.
Yeah. So.
So Joss, I think you got your answer.
Okay. All right.
Shirt. What? Okay, I'm looking at the chat. It's like a better shirt. I'm like, what are they talking about anyway?
So I wanted to clarify something that I said, one of the comments that I think you misunderstood what I was saying. When I made, I think the comment on the video that you made on London, and I said how it seems like you're making it up as you go. I didn't mean that you were making up the things that you were like, you weren't making up the facts that you were presenting as you go, but you were making up what you were saying as you go. That is what I meant by that. And I just wanted to clarify that point and let you know that that is what I meant by that. I didn't mean it like you're making up those facts, but
Oh,
you're just like,
I agree with that. I'm a freestoller YouTuber. I don't.
okay, yeah. And I just, so that I just wanted to let you know, because you, in your response to me, you took it as me saying, oh, you're just making up everything you're talking about. And that's not what I meant. And I just wanted to make sure that you knew that you understood what I meant. So then that way that confusion isn't there.
Okay. I mean, Ocean and other people don't use script either. So I mean.
So so I know this is kind of, I probably should have like brought this up earlier when we were talking about dysphoria. Do you think it's possible for people who transition without having a need to and just kind of do it for whatever reason? Do you think that it's possible for them to experience essentially a reverse dysphoria?
You mean that people that transition and regrets it if they think that? Could you rephrase that, Maud, maybe?
Okay, so you know how I think it was Calvin was saying, if somebody, so for instance, if Quinn would have went on with transitioning and she would have started hormones, and then she would have started to really feel dysphoric, kind of like how I feel. I don't know if you how dysphoric you feel with how I feel, or how most trans people feel with dysphoria and just feeling extremely uncomfortable in their body because they took hormones. Do you believe that's a thing that people can experience?
And Quinn, you said that you're not non-binary or anything like that, right?
No, I am female.
You said you're a cis female and you're
Yes.
and you're comfortable and you're sure about that.
I am completely sure about that.
Okay. Okay.
So
Joss's question is asking if you think that, transitioning and afterwards can cause, reverse dysphoria. That's what you called it, right, Joss?
yeah, I mean, it's essentially just you're experiencing dysphoria then because, whatever, but I guess reverse dysphoria is the way that people like to say it. So, yeah.
I don't believe that really. I haven't seen it. Everybody I've talked to,
So if that's the case, and like since that's not possible, like so you don't think it's possible for somebody to feel that way. If they take the opposite hormones, they're not going to have not a good side effect of it, right? They're just going to be fine with it, is what you're saying?
sure.
So I'm not even sure why I'm even trying to like compare it to something, because I already know I'm going to be told doesn't count. But so how would taking hormones, and so when me and you take hormones, it helps with our dysphoria. We feel better. If somebody who isn't trans takes hormones, they start to feel dysphoria. It doesn't make them feel better. It makes them feel worse. And I kind of think that it's a kind of a poor comparison, but at the same time not. It would fall in line or very similar, I would think, with like people who take like ADHD medicine. If they aren't meant to take it, it makes them get really, really high. They speed. But people who are meant to take it, it calms them down. It relaxes them. It fixes their issue. How would that be any different? Like, how would is that possible, do you think?
You said ADHD and what are you comparing ADHD to again?
I'm comparing medicines and how medicines affect the mind differently if you're not supposed to be taking that medicine.
And you're saying that if a person transition, if those medicines have negative effects on someone, how they react to it, and is that my following?
If a cisgendered person starts taking cross-gender hormones, so say Mackenzie, she is a cisgender female. Say she starts taking testosterone. After a few days, she'll feel after a while, she'll start to feel dysphoric and.
I don't know. How do you know she would feel dysphoric though?
Because she's not trans. Well, Mackenzie, do you think you'd feel dysphoric if you started taking testosterone?
Oh yeah, when I was pregnant and my estrogen levels dropped really, really low, I felt horrible, and it was essentially the same thing. And it's just because that wasn't my hormone levels were supposed to be there, so I got the symptoms of exactly how I would feel.
So since that, so I'm trying to compare it to the fact that it's kind of it's kind of the same as like when you take medicine that you're
Do I
not
believe
supposed to.
in reverse? Do I believe in reverse dysphoria? No, I do not. I never have seen that before, and I don't think
But
that exists.
There
just
are
because you didn't see it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
there
I
are
haven't.
documented
I
proof
mean,
of
to
it
me,
happening.
I mean, I can say that Bigfoot. You can say that Bigfoot exists, but I haven't seen it. So I mean,
I
Can
don't
I
believe in
say
Bigfoot.
something?
So, but how is that comparable? How is that comparable? How is that comparable?
because you're pretty much compared. Like if I don't believe in that really. I mean, that's kind of all I can say. Like if I haven't
Didn't
like if
Quinn? Didn't you literally say at the beginning of this stream that you did experience that?
Yes, and that was what I was about to say. That when people called me he, I felt uncomfortable. And I get misgendered because I don't really know. I have short hair, so people assume that I'm a guy. So when I'm out and people call me he, I feel uncomfortable, right? Because I'm not a guy. I'm a girl. So when people call me he, I feel uncomfortable.
and you and
And
you
essentially
okay.
dysphoria because yeah.
And you're not trans or anything, correct? I just
No,
want
I
to make
am
sure.
not trans. I
I
am a
just
cisgirl.
want to make sure I'm having my mindset, everything okay.
Yeah, right? So if I went on
Because I
TikTok
know I know a
and
lot of
got
people
talked
who
about
have
it, I would feel
detransition.
uncomfortable, right? Because I am a girl and I do not want to be a guy.
I'm just saying I know a lot of people that have detransition and like they're in the they're like trans but they're in the closet and they don't want to like accept that they're trans. So I'm just making sure that you're
No,
not one of those kind of people.
it's because they're cis. It's because they're not trans. That's why they're detranssexual.
Not
That's it.
everybody has to be transgender.
Yeah.
I'm not saying oh you have to be trans. You're like I'm not trying. I'm
No.
just making sure that you're sure that you're not a closeted trans person. And
I mean, and I also think it's kind of I could be totally wrong. I've never obviously I would not know how it is growing up as a cisgender child, but I from what I've understood from my friends and everybody I've talked to, it's a normal thing to question your gender at one point in time, just to be like, I wonder what it'd be like to be like the opposite gender. And some people want to explore those feelings, but exploring that doesn't make you trans. It's just I want to test the waters and see if it's something I like. But that's yeah.
yeah, I
You
don't I
know, that
don't
doesn't
want you to be trans or anything like in the comment. I'm just reading. I just want to make sure because I know a lot of people like that. I just wanted to clarify that. So that's why I keep
Yeah. So
it.
I'm saying I'm definitely not trans. I know that now, but I didn't before because of people like that. You know, saying because I do
How do you know you're not like a closeted trans person or like are
because I
how do you
felt
know you're trans?
uncomfortable being addressed as a guy. That's why I'm not trans. Because I don't
Um,
have dysphoria.
so I think at this point in this debate, this topic has been brought up enough. If Quinn
Yeah.
says that she is 100% sure she's a cis female, that is the end of the debate with that because she shouldn't have to constantly validify herself to other people. Like what she says she is valid, and that is the end of it. Even if you don't agree, it isn't anybody else's place to say otherwise. So
okay? That's
moving
a
on.
fair point.
Just so moving on to like where we were again, because I think we kind of got off topic again. Joss, what were you asking again? I think you were
I was just
asking.
asking why, like essentially, if she believes that reverse dysphoria exists,
Yeah,
and why
I've been saying
you
I don't believe that. I've been saying I do not believe in that.
I do remember that, so we did get an answer to that then.
okay, all right, and then I just wanted to then make the comparison of the medicines of like taking the wrong medicines give you the opposite effects if you're not meant to. So that was that comparison there. I mainly just to bring a comparison to say, it happens in these situations. I know it's a pretty poor comparison, but I think you guys kind of get why I was trying to make that comparison.
Yeah, it was an interesting comparison.
Let's see. So why do you think that everybody that you've called out, why do you think that Calvin, Sam, Storm, London, and myself need to make content specifically for you? Like like or not. I don't want to say specifically for you, but stuff that you
Specifically for
want
me.
to see and stuff that. Let me finish. That you want to that you approve of. Like essentially, you don't approve of our content, and that's what started all of this. Like you told me when you said about me commenting on your channel, it's your channel. You can do with it what you want, and I don't have any right to come and tell you to do something with your channel. So what gives you the right to come to my channel, Calvin's channel, London's channel, Storm's channel, and be like, you're an issue? And I know you didn't do it on their channels. Like, I'm not saying specifically their channels, but you did it on their Twitters. You came at there and you attacked their content. What gives you the right to do that, but other people can't criticize your content?
I never went on a channel and did that. I just wanted to. I mean, you mentioned that, but I wanted just to restate that because I did not do that. I not one time on the channel and did that. And the reason that that gives me a right to do that is that I'm not going and like I'm making YouTube. YouTube is meant to make comments and interact with people. But it's you can interact in the right way. I feel like you interacted with my channel the wrong way. Like you coming and saying these terrible things you said about me not being good at makeup and stuff like that. And that's being a bully pretty much.
I clarified that statement, and you accepted that clarification earlier. Why are you going back on
I did
that
not
now?
accept that clarification. I did not.
You seemed okay with it, but okay.
I mean, esteemed and being okay with are two different things. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. But so essentially, so what you're saying is that it's okay because you think that the content is problematic, so therefore it's okay to say something. But because you don't think that any of your stuff is problematic.
I've been saying that they can DM me. I've been always saying that.
But you went at them on Twitter publicly. You didn't DM them. And if they did, then they obviously
DM'd them, and they did not respond to me. So I made a response to them, and then they replied to me. So
When you want to call somebody out on something, you do have the responsibility of the burden of proof, which is a really big thing, especially because if you're trying to make a change to somebody's problematic content, you have to show them what is problematic with your own sources. And I think the point Joss is trying to make is that obviously you are going after other people's content, but you're not giving reasons why. You're just allowing a whole bunch of people on social media to make baseless assumptions based off of what you say. Well, the very little that you say about it.
That's kind of what I was asking. It was more about the fact that, it's okay for her to criticize everybody's content and stuff like that. But then the moment she gets criticized about even one thing, it's instantly like, you're attacking me, you're bullying me, this isn't cool, stop. And it's like that was my point. Like, why is
I've
it
never
different?
said that. I get so much DMs and hates, like I mentioned before. Like people criticize me every day. I never say that it's not okay for people to criticize me. I never one time.
I get criticisms every day too.
I mean, as a trans person, we get criticized every day. So I mean, I never said that. So I don't know where you're getting that from.
From you?
That was not from me. I don't see a statement or any kind of claim or any kind of.
You said it in the debate about me coming and criticizing your content and how it wasn't okay.
I never said it in my video, and I can make sure because I remember making that video. I watched it 200 times, pretty much.
I never said that it was in a video. It was right now in this conversation, like in the past, I think 2 hours now at this point. Somewhere along the line, you told me that it was not right for me to come and criticize your content on your channel.
And
it was not right to criticize.
I did not say that. Like,
you did say it earlier.
Earlier in the video, when did I say that?
You said it earlier, and I have a comment on there. The fact that you're trying to ask people to bring proof of what was said in a video that they can't bring up while they are doing this debate with you is baseless. If you don't have a way to back up that you didn't say it, you can't call for them to bring in proof that you did say it. The problem is that we are a part of the conversation. We've been a part of the conversation since the beginning, and gaslighting is not okay in any debate. You can accept that you said something that you may have misworded. You can accept that you said something that you may have miscommunicated. But to outright deny that you said it is gaslighting, and that's not fair to anybody involved in this debate, and it doesn't move the debate further.
Then I misspoken and because I do not have any recollection of saying that.
Okay, then we will move on from that. Though this kind of leads into, and this is kind of more just, actually, I know that this is as me critiquing you, but whatever. And I just wrote this down because of in Sam's debate. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you are wrong or that you agree with somebody that you're wrong with. It seemed like in Sam's debate, you were trying so hard not to agree with him, even though everything you said agreed with. And it just seemed like you just didn't want to admit you were wrong. And there's nothing wrong, or you didn't want to admit that you agreed with him. And there's nothing wrong with being wrong. I've made videos that were wrong. I made an entire video before the election saying Trump is pro-LGBT. Here's all the facts behind it. I regret that one. It's already been like I was wrong there, and I got rid of it. But at the time, I thought that I was right. I went by off the facts that I could find, and I thought that I was right. And I mean, now in retrospect, I know that I wasn't. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that, oh wow, I misunderstood you, or oh wow, I didn't get what you were saying, but now that you worded it better and we talked, I totally get what you mean. There's nothing wrong with saying that. It doesn't make it seem like you're going back on your points, and it seems trying so hard to make it seem like you're not going back on your points when that's not how anybody would see it. Like I said, in Sam's debate, when you guys were talking about something with dysphoria or something, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think even Sam pointed it out that you seem like you want to agree. You seemed like you wanted to agree, and you just didn't because you just seemed like, huh?
I was saying, if you can remember, I can't remember it because
I can.
Well,
The only thing that I remember her with him on during the debate was about that specifically, was that she did at one point agree that somebody who was not diagnosed as having gender dysphoria could easily experience symptoms of it and just not know that they had it and still be transgender.
Yeah.
And then later on, she said that she didn't say it, but she did say it in the beginning.
Are you saying a statement or a question to me? Because I'm not sure where you're going with that.
It was a statement you made in the debate with him that you agreed that somebody who
I know. I was asking Joselyn about like what if she was asking a question.
It was more of a statement just to say there's no shame in it. I feel like a lot of these discussions like that we agree with things, but we both word it differently. And like I feel like you don't want to be like, okay, I can kind of see where you're coming from with that, even if you do agree. And like there's nothing wrong. I've admitted I was wrong a few times in this where I misworded something. I've told you where I've misrepresented something. I've owned up to where I was wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that like when you have an opinion and you say something and then you talk to somebody about it and it's like, oh wow, we actually agree on this, you seem unwilling to give that, hey, I do agree with you. Like it seems like a lot of times you have been continued just for the sake of arguing something when there's really no reason to do it.
Is she still there? Or did she get disconnected?
Are you?
I don't know. I still see her little box here, but it's black
I think
and it's empty. Let me see in control room. Up, she just left. I think she may have gotten disconnected. Calvin's stream, she got disconnected like 3 times, but I guess we'll see in a second. Let me DM her and see if
I hope I'm not
still here or if that's it.
Real quick, so I will be back.
Okay.
Joselyn.
Hi.
Joselyn.
I'm
Justin.
here. What?
I love you.
I love you too. Good job. I wonder where. I'm pretty sure she probably just what's it called? Probably just got disconnected. I know she said she was having like a storm or something, and it kept disconnecting her earlier with Calvin. So I will see in a second. Hopefully, hopefully she'll DM me back. But
I
I'm
mean,
almost done anyway. I
might
have
not
one,
even
two.
have-
I have.
But you get
I
to
have, I think, like only 4 more questions left anyway.
every time, Joselyn. Every time. You do this in person too. Every time I go to talk, you talk at the same time.
Why we're best friends.
Yes. Best friendship.
So what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that if she got disconnected, she might not even have internet to get like messages from you or something. If depending on how connection is.
Yeah. Well, she got disconnected, like I said, on the other debate. I don't think you got to see Calvin's because your child was awake. But she got disconnected like 2 or 3 times because of she said she was having like a storm or something. I don't know. But so and I mean I understand shitty internet connection, so I can relate.
I mean, like I watched some of the debate with Calvin because
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I messaged you some stuff, and I was just like, "Ooh, my college debate teacher would be so upset about this right now."
Yeah. I've been trying to make sure that we stay kind of organized as best as I can. And it's a bit of a challenge.
I'm trying to help. I'm probably not
no,
helping.
it's neither your nor Quinn's fault. Like it's just I've never done this before, so I'm just trying to keep things like as organized as I possibly can. And you guys are obviously doing a good job helping with that.
Not even just. It's not really like just. It's. You start on topic, and then she interrupts you, and she derails, and then it goes downhill from there.
Yeah. And like I don't want to talk. I don't want to like seem like I'm like shit talking or anything like during this though, because like I even though like I understand like the conversation, like I felt like I don't know, I felt like weird like while the other ones would like when she would get disconnected and they would just kind of shit talk her while they were waiting, and I was just like, what?
Really like. I like from when I was watching all of her debates though, she really does seem like the type of person who needs guidance in a debate like this, like somebody who keeps her on track, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, there's a lot of people like that.
Apparently she's done. She just tweeted. She didn't even respond to me. Great debate with Joselyn Martello. Had to leave early. Dog has been throwing up all day, but we don't agree on a lot, but wish her the best. Apparently it's over, and I didn't even know.
She just left.
Yeah, she didn't even say like I didn't even get the I don't remember what the word is right now of even like a goodbye like the rest of them did.
Yeah, you would think that she would just be like, "Well, no, I'm done doing this," and then disconnect. Like at least give off a good fancy exit.
I don't even know like what did I say something to like piss her off to like I don't even think
she seemed fine.
I did anything.
She disconnected. She rolled her eyes at you a lot.
Maybe yeah. A few times, and it just I literally the first time I noticed it, everybody knows when I noticed it because I stopped and was like, "Did you really just roll your eyes?" That stuff pisses me off. You already know that. I yell at your daughter for it all the time. She always rolls her eyes at me.
My kid don't give a fuck. She'll just roll her eyes back at you again. She don't care. You had to bribe her with fucking McDonald's.
Yeah, and then she gave me the silent treatment that day again because she tried to blame something she just sold her out. But you said you made a Trump video and stuck on that for a moment, but then she stuck on that for a moment and then she never recovered. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for that tweet, and it's funny because okay, so that Trump video, it's still on YouTube, it's just unlisted, so I'm sure if you dig hard enough you can find the links. That video, what I did is it was before the election, and I took the information that was all I took the information that was available at the time of the things he said, the things he did, and everything before the election, based off of the things that he did and not speculation, it seemed like he was pretty pro LGBT. And like Calvin said, I think Calvin said that he doesn't think personally that Trump gives a fuck one way or the other, and it's just he's pandering to his voter base. Because like, if he was really as anti-LGBT as they say, he literally paid and hosted, or he like let Elton John get married in his hotel for free, like a gay wedding in his hotel. Like, I don't think you would do that if you're extremely anti-LGBT and stuff. But that was what my video was, and I just got rid of it because I felt like I knew that people would come at me and say, "Oh, you're a Trump supporter, and look at how he is now." And I didn't want to have that, information out there for people to. And also, it was wrong at that, at this point in time. It's proven that he's not.
I mean, I knew the second that you brought up the whole Trump thing and the look that she gave you, I was like, well, this is what we're going to focus on now, and her reply. And then she tried to, and then you just kind of kept going, and then she disconnected, so maybe that was why she...
And it's not like I was even trying to, like, I wasn't even saying that I agreed with Trump or anything. I was just saying at one point in time, this is what I said. And you personally know my political views. You know that I wasn't voting for Trump, and I had no gives fucks about him. I just wanted to get the facts out there that were known at the time.
We voted for the same person, so I know that you were not...
Yeah, you voted for that person because I taught you about them.
Hey, I know how to research on my own, too. Thank you.
I'm trying to read through some of these comments. I don't know if any of you guys have any questions or anything for me since I'm like here, but if you do, feel free to ask whatever. Some of the yeah, I know Calvin would have popped off. I was trying to just make sure it was as respectful and nice as possible. I was trying to make sure I kept my composure as good. I didn't want her to feel like I was personally attacking her. I didn't want to give her the ammo to say this person attacked me on a stream. And I think people can watch back the stream and be like, Joselyn never attacked her once. And I think that's good.
I think I was the most assertive person this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, that's your job though. She tweets about your Trump video. I'll to talk about her forcing Quinn to try to come out. Just because it's a smaller stream, she doesn't have to. Yeah, that was kind of really annoying me, that it was just like, hey, you're definitely trans, you just don't know it. And I'm just like, how would you like it if somebody kept saying to you, how do you know you're trans?
Yeah, I don't want to go back into that stuff because it was just...
We'll move past that. We don't need to.
But trying to be the same as Joselyn.
Go.
No, now I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. Well, the rest of my points, in case anybody was curious, I was going to bring up the fact that in her video about trans dating, that she specifically hates all cis men or men in general. And when I saw that, I was just like, is that why she's attacking all those other trans YouTubers? And from what she said on Calvin's stream, it sounds like it's exactly why. It's because they are male, transgender. Well, they're trans men. And I think, and so but when I was the video rewound, then I was just like, wait, she straight up says I hate men in this. Like,
yeah.
What? Which then makes me question. I was going to ask her, I was like, so why was I included in all of this? Like, I was the only, like, out of the group that he called out, like, he called out London individually, and then out of the group of people he called out, I was the only male to female in there, trans men, and I don't know why.
The connection
is the one with all of them, because oh fuck. But yeah, my other question, and it was just going to be a dumb one, was in her debate with Calvin. She told Calvin that she hasn't talked to Onision for a week, but today she told me she was talking to him currently.
I don't understand this whole Onision thing. How did he even get brought into it?
I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure the chat's probably going to say it too, is the fact that she started bringing up Onision once she realized that Calvin has beef with Onision. So then she was like, oh, I'm good friends with Onision. Onision is my, best buddy in the world. And I think I sent you the message that she sent to me. She was like, Onision's been backing me up, telling me to just hang in there. And, today, and then on Calvin's stream, she's like, I haven't talked to him in a week.
I mean, hasn't the YouTube community already, gone through their, thing with him and already proved with proof that he's basically a piece of shit. Like, there's proof.
Yeah,
There's screenshots.
it's why I started my daily reminders of Onision to go fuck himself.
Remember that.
I for a while on Twitter and Facebook made a post every single day for probably like 2 months that was just daily reminder Onision can go fuck himself, and I tagged him every single time.
I know that on her like thing with Sam, she was like, "Well, I never saw any of that, so it's not true." And like, I don't understand that. That seems to be the basis of everything. I've never experienced it, so that can't be true. I've never seen it, so that can't be true. I don't believe in it, so it can't be true. And that just seems to be the pattern that all these debates have out. But like, facts are facts, and I don't want to admit that some of the people that I even talk to on a regular basis are pieces of shit, but the facts are there that they're pieces of shit.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I said to you, Mackenzie, and I even put it on a little tiny video I put on Twitter to explain why I was even debating her. Because I originally, and I think I told you, Mackenzie, I didn't want to because I think she just wanted a platform. And every single other person, she's now gone through this three times now. No, this is the fourth time that it's literally just been a repeat. And I kind of figured this would be a repeat, but at the same time, I'm personally like, I'm trying to build up a YouTube channel. I'm trying to build up, a community. I don't need people spewing that I'm extremely transphobic, that I'm problematic, and blasting me in a tweet with people that has millions of followers. Like literally that reached millions of people. My interactions on Twitter have been through the roof. Like I think at one point in time I was at 75,000 impressions were on Twitter in like 24 hours. And I was just like, this is new. I normally have like 100. So a lot of people saw that, and I don't want that out there about me, and I wanted to be able to speak my piece. And this is the only way she would have let me do it. And I wasn't going to make a video coming at her and not let her have the space to talk. And that was the only reason I did it, because I've had a few people be like, well, why are you even bothering if she's going to just do exactly the same thing she did on all the other debates? And I just needed, I think that it was fair to do that. I don't know.
I think it also is that, like, her going around trying to police other transgender YouTubers and stuff is just feeding into the idea that, all transgender people are just fighting each other, which the community doesn't need. It doesn't need that stereotype.
So yeah, that and I think that was actually, it was actually the next point I was going to say, was the fact that how mine, Calvin's, everybody else's that she brought out views are considered toxic and dividing of the community, but her doing this, how is that not dividing the community? Like, everybody thinks trans people do nothing but fight amongst each other, and that's literally what we do. Like, and then and then I have two more. Why do I say stuff that may upset people that would watch my, I don't even remember what I meant by that one. I was going to ask her, and it was the least serious question, but I wanted to do it, was, are traps gay?
She definitely would have disconnected. I figured
that was a great way to finish it. Huh?
She definitely would have disconnected at that one.
Probably. I just, the memer in me couldn't have resisted, so it was on my list. But
by the way, I want to tell you something. Your echo is pissing me off, but that's not it. Earlier when you were like, that's an argument my 2-year-old goddaughter would make. My child is 3. I will have you know. So.
You want to know? Okay, you want to know? Hold on. You want to know why I said 2-year-old goddaughter? I read the comments and I saw you say that's the argument that my 2-year-old daughter makes. So I used the age you wrote in the chat. I copy pasted. Do we have to go back in the chat? Are we going to do this with you, Mackenzie?
Do it. This is our friendship right here. This is 90% of our interactions. Do it.
You ever see somewhere? I'm not digging through. There's a lot. Holy cow. This is like probably my most active live stream I've ever done. I appreciate all you guys coming on. And I really, really do appreciate you, Quinn, coming on here. I like I said, I thought when she told me, she was like, I'm going to ask a friend of mine. I was like, okay. So I didn't expect, like, I thought you were somebody that knew her, but I'm glad that she brought you on, because you seem like a very cool, level-headed person.
Aw. Yeah, no, I just wanted to have talk to her, and she was like, you want to be moderator? I'm like, sure.
Well, I think she's been trying to merge these debates as much as she can, so she's not as stressed out about it, which I totally understand. Because she tried to merge me with the Sam one, and then she tried to bring me into the Calvin one. The only issue I had with that is she told me it was happening. So like, I got ready, I set up, I like said things about it on Twitter, and then Storm Ryan comments on my tweets is like, I don't know why the fuck she's telling you this because that's not happening. I was just like, oh, I kind of wanted to say to someone, be like, but I'm one of the people she called out. Like I think all of them thought that I was just like some person who was just trying to get involved with the drama, and it's like, no, I was literally part of this. Like, even though you guys have hundreds of thousands of subs, I was still brought into this. Like, I'm not trying to get in with you guys. Joss got receipts exposed. I like how we're all just.
One thing I really liked was that you actually took notes and stuff during the other debate.
I told her to.
So what I did is when I was doing it beforehand, I didn't take any notes during London's debate because I didn't know I would be talking to her. But last night when yesterday when she made the post, we started talking and she came at me and all that stuff. And then when she said that we're going to debate, I was like, well, I'm going to make sure that I have all of my ducks in a row and can make sure. So I mean, they're very loose notes. Like half my notes, like I don't even understand half of the stuff. So I just crossed them out as I went because I just wrote down stuff to kind of just trigger thoughts. So like, some of them was like love being trans ? Because, so it's just stuff like that I wrote as we were going because I knew I would forget. And I wanted to make sure that I can ask those things because I wanted to ask them in the chat during those live streams, but there was no way anybody was seeing any chat in those live streams. Even on the top chat, it goes a mile a minute. At least this chat is manageable.
Yeah, this chat is nice.
Cool. Oh, I'm glad you discovered me too through this, Cole. I hope you enjoy my. Oh, everybody! I just realized it's a whole bunch of hours saying same. I really hope you guys do enjoy my stuff. I'm trying to make more like content lately and stuff, but yeah, I'm glad that you guys appreciate and I hope you like my videos. Huh?
Tell them to watch the videos with me in them.
Yeah,
Not
Mackenzie's in a few vlogs.
Except Sam.
She's in a video. Me and Mackenzie did a video where we ate Bernie Bott's every flavored beans. So if you want to see Mackenzie our flavored, huh?
That wasn't me.
That was you. And yeah, we did one with Orlando. Remember, Orlando ate all the beans at the end of the video.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I had to sit out on one of the challenges because of the coconut.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think I might even have a playlist of all the videos with Mackenzie. I try to do that because people seem to like my friends that do watch my shit. But yeah, hopefully though you guys that did find me through this are not disappointed with the stuff that I do. But yeah. I really, really appreciate all the love you guys are giving me. Honestly, so Solar Shrieking, yes, I hate that she likes her own tweets. That drives me nuts.
Who likes their own tweets?
Clarabelle, every tweet she makes, every response, she likes it and typically retweets it herself. Like all of her tweets have one like and one retweet, and it's all her doing it herself.
That just, I don't know.
That's just weird.
Sounds sad.
Nick Alvarez, do you all have channels? As far as I know, I think I'm the only one here that has a YouTube channel. I know Mackenzie doesn't. Quinn, you don't have one. I think they were trying to get you to start one earlier.
What?
They want to know if everybody here has their own YouTube channel, and I think I'm the only one that has my channel. Right?
No, I don't have a YouTube channel. I just have an account.
I wish I loved myself as much as Clarabelle loves her own tweets.
I think I'll just jack this channel. It's mine now.
Yeah, when Joselyn gains clout and Clarabelle didn't. I mean, I would be lying if I said that when I saw that she tagged me and all those people, I wasn't like, this is gonna get me places. Like I kind of wrote it, but I felt like I think anybody would have done that. Like if you had a YouTube channel and somebody called you out in the same post with Shane Dawson, I'm sure you would ride that popularity as hard as you can just to try to even get a few followers. She retweets her own tweets too. I'm trying to start my channel. Oh, Andrew, that would be cool as hell. Do it. Hit me up, shameless plug. Masochist. Oh, masochist. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Masochist. I don't know. I'm dumb. But I think that might be all. Stand in line. Oh, who is she tweeting at now?
Is she?
I'm reading the tweets. People are now tweeting at her about the debate. Wait, your tweet makes literally, because she tweeted about how she's going to research, how she was spending the day researching mining Cal. Wait, your tweet makes literally no sense. You say you're going to watch really proving it's transphobic. Then who is trying to get an stand in line, hun? I don't know why she doesn't realize that people aren't attacking her because of her views. They're attacking her because of the fact that not only is she attacking a YouTuber that they like, and that right there, everybody has people that they're like, this is my person. I love that person, that I enjoy their entertainment. But I feel like, I think all YouTubers are this way, but I think with like any LGBT YouTuber, any YouTuber who talks about any type of life struggle, not only is it somebody that is there, it's somebody that you can relate to if you deal with that. It's somebody who can help bring you through those problems. And I can understand why a lot of people are feeling personally attacked by her attacks at those YouTubers, because, like, for instance, if people attack Shane Dawson, I get really defensive. He's the reason why I wanted to do YouTube. Like, and he helps, like, I watch his videos and I feel like crap because he makes my days feel better. And I feel like that's why a lot of people are attacking, because she might see it as these are problematic people, but other people look at it as, this person helped me through a hard time. This person saved my life. Like, it's so weird. Like, even I've gotten messages where people are like, your videos saved my life. I'm like, how? Like, but I think that's why so many people are getting so offended at it, is the fact that they're not attacking just a person. They're attacking somebody who was their rock in times when they have problems. And I think that's why, and I don't think she gets that. I think she thinks that everybody's coming at her just because they don't like her. And it's not that. It's the fact that they're going after people who have helped them. It's been a mess. Bless you for handling that stream so well. I popped off in a moment. Same. Actually, I guess I can't say same because I was here and I didn't pop off, but oh, you're the one who I was trying to say.
I don't know, this whole debate, like, all of the debates, I was watching them, and I was just, like, so, I don't know, I couldn't really concentrate on all of them, and then on this one, I was just like, oh god, what's going on?
I'm sure you were probably proud of me because you know how I get.
I was proud of you until you started feeding into it. Then I wasn't proud of you anymore. Then I was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wait, when did I feed into it? I'm actually curious.
Around the time when you started arguing with her when I left to go and take care of Mary. And I came back and I was like, God damn it, Joselyn, every fucking time.
Okay, but typically I get really, really defensive and upset. I think I think I've kept my composure from me being when normally.
Yeah, you're sensitive little bitch. You definitely did good.
Imagine if this debate was with, Miss Wayne.
I don't know who that is.
Miss Wayne?
Oh. Yeah. See, even I block out on that.
So masochist? Okay, I think that's right. Masochist? I don't even know how to say masochist, right?
Are you trying to say
hello,
masochist?
Colin. Oh, yeah. I don't know how much clout I've gained from this shit show, Colin. I must have gained some because you never paid attention to me on Facebook, and now you're all over my post. So I've gained your clout, so that's cool, Colin. I'm not even in the debate, and I'm mentally exhausted. Colin the Hive.
Oh.
Our best beat buddy. Yeah.
Fuck him.
I'm not even gonna. I'm mentally exhausted. Same. I'm gonna pull Clarabelle and Yeet. Follow y'all on Twitter. Planning on getting a PhD in mathematics, and I'm keeping this handle. Yeah, same. The biggest mood is Ryan leaving halfway through the Clarabelle debate. Like, I feel like both of you wanted to do that at some point in time where you just wanted to be like, that's it, I'm done.
Back out of those debates.
Yeah. Oh.
But I think this has gone on for a while. We're just kind of recapping things. I don't know if any of you guys have anything that you would like to say. If you would like to, since people can hear you saying things and whatever. I don't know if Quinn, do you have any like closing like thoughts? Because I know you wanted to come on here and talk to her. So if you have anything that you specifically want to say, go for it.
Well, now you're putting me on the spot. No, no, I don't really have any.
I've been sorry to interrupt you, but she left the stream, but she's apparently watching and in the chat.
Oh, is she in the chat?
Yeah, and I'm a bully. Thanks for proving my points that you are a bully. I don't know what I was doing to bully her, but sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to point that she, came back to watch the stream.
No, that's fine.
Clarabelle, if you want to say something, the link is still active. Click on it.
Come on back here. We can talk it out. No, we're never going to be able to agree on anything. Honestly, she just doesn't want to agree.
I don't know who we're waiting to talk.
Me neither.
Oh, I was letting Quinn say anything. I don't know. Maybe she was waiting for me. I don't know.
No.
I hear Mary's monitor. I hear the music. It's burning in my brain. That? Yes. I don't know if other people can hear it, but I hear it because I know the sound so much.
All you can see is like her little big ass fucking cat.
I've never been to this channel before. What is this debate about? The debate's over already. It was debating Clarabelle. I don't know if you saw, she made a call out post about me, Calvin Guerra, Sam Collins, and Storm Ryan, saying that we are all her top problematic YouTubers of all time. And
I feel like there's more problematic YouTubers than any of you.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm problematic.
Someone didn't read the debate. Josh is a transphobic.
To not date a trans person because you don't like the parts that part I don't really get. But
I feel, I think her issue with a lot of this stuff is she's looking at it completely through her point of view, and she's not stepping back and removing herself from the equation. And I honestly think that's what it is. Like, she's looking at, hooking up with people through a pansexual's eyes, and obviously a pansexual won't give a fuck what you have. And I think that's what it is. She's not removing herself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would kind of be a lot like me saying that I don't understand having preferences because I don't care if I have sex with a vagina or a dick. Like, so, I mean, obviously, I don't give a fuck, but obviously, if I go up to some chick at a bar and I'm like, yo, you want to fuck? And she's like, well, I'm straight. I'm going to be like, all right, cool. I came to the wrong bar, obviously. Like, I'm not going to be pissy and say that she's fucking a cunt or something because she doesn't want to have sex with me. Like, obviously, I don't have the equipment she needs me to have fun. And I don't want to have a miserable night.
And I think that honestly, like, a lot of these misunderstandings is just her. I don't know if it's unwillingness to or just being unable to, because I know some people just have a problem doing it, just removing themselves from the situation and looking at it from a neutral point of view, which is how I tried to approach this. I tried my best to do it that way, but I feel like she, can't remove herself from everything. So because she sees it as her me saying that, somebody said this to me, she sees it as it was said towards her. And I think that's kind of how she interprets it. Oh, people are leaving. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye to
Bye.
all of you. Cole.
It's been fun.
There's Anohara. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm always down for a miserable day. I'll date punishment because of that. And I think I think the preference thing is one of the really more confusing things, just because I think she's not subtracting herself from her point of view or from her sexuality.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, though, like being rejected when you're interested in somebody hurts a lot. When you get rejected for something you can't change, it hurts even more. But like that's
Mhm.
not a reason to not understand that sometimes you're gonna have features that somebody is not going to jive with. Like it's
Mhm.
not your fault, it's not their fault, and yeah, it sucks, but you kind of got to separate yourself from the fact that it sucks and just realize that you're not entitled to anybody wanting to be with you for any reason. So,
Mhm. And so, like, yeah, and I wanted to bring up, but I knew that it would not have gone anywhere. But I just wanted to kind of bring, and I knew that she would have just been like, why are you comparing these two things? But I wanted to bring up the kind of my experience with my ex. She was physically disabled. She had cerebral palsy, and she went through a lot of people saying that I can't date you because of that, like, it's a lot more work and a lot more like effort, having to help her walk and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
no, they're disabled for a bit.
and so, like, a lot of people, so she went through a lot of people who didn't, who just were not they weren't okay with wanting to take on everything that comes with it. And I think, and I know that she would have been like, well, I don't see how that compares, but I mean, I think that's probably a very good comparison. Like, some people are okay
Yeah,
with those things.
definitely.
Like, I was totally okay with it. We dated for 3 years. It was whatever. So like, I had no problem with like her, and that's just how I think that works. But I don't think she would have seen the comparison there. She probably would have said that I'm trying to say that being trans is a disability or something. I don't know.
any comparison that anybody else makes, she doesn't agree with. It's until she compares transgenderism, like I don't even remember what she compared something to the Holocaust, and she's done it in every single debate. She also brings up like comparisons with slavery too. So
Yeah.
like
And
those happen every debate. But like if you would bring up like how you brought up about, well, what if my religion, said that this was wrong, and she was like, well, I don't think that's, it doesn't make sense. But it was literally just you saying the exact same thing back to her, just roles reversed basically.
I wish I would understand Buddhism more, because I'm sure I probably could have found something that would have used Buddhism as an example, because then she couldn't have been like, well, that's different, because it would have used her religion that she's basing that argument off of. But I don't know anything about Buddhism other than Buddha. So
What is her religion? Buddhism or Christianity or what?
Buddhism. That's what she said. That's what she said on Calvin's stream, that
Yeah.
she's a Buddhist.
Oh, okay.
I like how we all saw the stream, so we're all able to just or most of the streams. Did you Quinn, did you see London's stream? It was the
The
very first one. Calvin called. It's how Calvin got brought into it. Calvin
yeah,
called.
yeah, they called her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That whole one, I was just like, oh my gosh. Because London was just kind of sitting there like the
Yeah.
whole time. I was like, let her talk. It's her debate. But I guess she
I
said
thought
on
she
Twitter
was
that she was
moderating. I
okay with
didn't
it.
know that it was her stream.
Oh. Yeah, oh no, not the one with Sam. There was
Oh.
another debate. It was just her and Clarabelle. That
Oh,
was
I didn't see that one.
that was like
It's
4
saying
days ago.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I just got into it with the one with Sam.
Oh, okay. So this all started with her going. So, do you watch Miss London at all?
Yeah,
Okay, so did you see the video she uploaded today?
maybe
It
I'm
was
not.
it was like a yes, subscribe to PewDiePie, defeat T Series. Anyway,
Yes, please.
anyway, the video was, I know it was about somebody made a video coming at her and saying, this is all the ways that London is extremely problematic. After she, and so the video that's the video that started it all, not London's video, but the video that London's responding to. Clarabelle saw that and it started tweeting at London, basically saying, this person said you're transphobic and problematic. Like, she never said anything until that video came out. And I think I even said on one of the tweets, I was like, oh wow, so even though I've never had this viewpoint of that before, now that a video told me to, now I'm going to go and argue this even though I never thought about it before. And it was just like, and so that's what started it all. And then she had a debate with Clarabelle. And while she was debating her, Calvin called and FaceTime and just started, talking over and just saying everything that was going on or whatever. And that's what brought everything else in.
Okay.
Oh, now apparently we're all lying, according to Clarabelle. Make up stuff like in Queen. It's a queen, not an queen. That drives me nuts.
What are we lying about?
I don't know. Like, we're literally just talking about stuff. Clarabelle, you have the link. I would post it in the chat, but then I think everybody would just fucking join in.
Oh.
Like, you have the link. Just rejoin Clarabelle. Say these things.
Join because we can still debate. I'm up for it.
I'll resend you the link if you need it, Clarabelle.
Some proper point. That would be great.
Because I'd like to know what we're lying about. I literally am just recapping everything that happened that has been recorded on video. We can go back and watch every single one of these videos that we're referencing. Well, I hope your dog feels better than Clarabelle. I sincerely do.
What kind of dog is it, though?
Yeah, what kind of dog is it?
What kind of dog she has?
Honestly, I'm sorry, Clarabelle, but I think that you're just making excuses.
I just want to know what kind of dog she has.
Yeah, what dog do you have? What color? Post a picture on Twitter. That would be nice.
What an interesting thing. This is actually my first debate, so this has been fun and interesting. And I don't make lies. Oh, mini schnauzer.
Oh,
they're so cute. I like dogs.
Telling lies? No, Papa. Johnny, yes, Papa. Somebody's telling lies, and now it's in my head.
Really, Joss?
Johnny, yes, Papa.
I have a toddler. You think that I don't listen to this shit every single day, all day long?
I told you it was horrible when they made children's songs memes because I no longer hated them and I thought they were funny. Just like Baby Shark.
This is
You
why
also
are we
lied about being a psych major, so I doubt you have a dog and are studying for veterinary school since you can't focus on a topic here. Oof.
Yeah, she kept making excuses not to find out what book her mom had. Maybe her mom isn't what she said she is.
Well,
Maybe
I
she doesn't
really
even have a mom. No, I'm kidding.
I personally find it hard to believe that her mom is a therapist and does not believe that gender dysphoria exists at all. Like I really feel like that's like being a doctor and saying that the common cold doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe it exists. Like,
I mean,
it's something that's been in the DSM for literally years. It's still in the DSM. People are saying that it's been taken out. It wasn't taken out of the DSM. I think it was taken out of the ICD-9 or ICD-10, but the DSM-5, it is still in there. Like, I walked over to Books A Million when I was arguing with somebody else whether or not, because I work right next to one. So on my break, I walked over to the Books A Million, found the DSM-5, opened it up and found gender dysphoria and took a picture of it and was like, it's still in here. The book's physically in my hand.
I can see being that petty.
Yeah, and then the next time that I had to do that, I went over there and I had a spider wrap around it because it's a $300 book, and apparently they don't like people taking pictures of a page of it. Like, yeah, they literally have, like those spiders at Walmart that they wrap around like big electronics. They had that around the DSM-5.
Like, I find it hard to believe that any doctor would go against their oath. Like, you can get in a lot of trouble for saying that something doesn't exist that does as a doctor, like any type of doctor.
Did you see what she just commented?
No.
Agree to disagree. Spending a lot of Sending a lot of respect, even though you all want to hate on me. Please stand in line, be positive, and you will see my new video about me.
Please make a video about me.
I'm hyped. It'll be the first video made about me. I'm
Yeah.
hyped. I'm making.
Wait, is it
making
about you?
progress. Yeah, apparently she's gonna make a video on me. So.
Is she gonna
I'm not
actually use
even-
clips from this?
Telling me how I am trans. That would also be really nice.
She probably won't do that.
To me, that really bothered me because I mean, not only was that annoying, it was extremely disrespectful to you. Like,
Yeah,
if we
kept going on and on and on, I'm just like, leave it.
Yeah, if somebody would have done that to her, she would have been like, "That's you can't question that." Like,
Like, are you sure you're not a boy? Like, are you sure maybe you're just closeted? No. Are you sure you're not this?
Like, it was bothering me so bad even before I came on here, and like when she brought it up again, like the first time she said it, I was just like, no, I'm the moderator now. I'm the captain now. I say no.
Yeah. Well, I remember you were messaging me during the debate last night when I asked you originally if you wanted to mod if she couldn't find any, and you were like, "She's not gonna like how I'm gonna mod because I'm gonna make her stay on topic and actually answer questions." And that lasted for what, 20 minutes?
Yep.
And I think it's
going off topic. Like if you're doing a debate, you have to stay on topic. Okay, it's just how
felt like
is.
I was debating Trump.
Probably,
like
yeah.
Arguing in circles and using your feelings as your basis of your argument, like, and saying words that don't and lead to anywhere. Like she was just saying a bunch of words. They were just words.
There was a kid in my college debate class that was like that, and everybody dreaded him being put on their teams. Like people would draw straws just to hope they didn't get him on their team. Because he would make you lose all the time. And in the debate class, it actually mattered. Like you got graded by your whole team. So if you fucked up enough, you all failed.
And I feel like in an actual like official debate, going off topic like that is like against the rules, and that can get you like ejected from the debate.
Yeah. If you go off topic enough, I think generally it's like a tally system. So if you like break their rules and stuff, talking out of turn in general is also something that you can get in trouble for.
Yeah, I think I tried my best. I know there's a few times I talked over her or whatever, but I tried my best to not do that because I know how frustrating it is for me. Hate equals views always, hun. So kiss my video about you, and I get that from Onision. He says you are all losers. Bye. Okay, Clarabelle.
If Onision has something to say, why doesn't he post about it himself publicly? If she wants to go throwing around his name, he should support her publicly instead of supporting her in the shadows. You're not a friend if you can't come out publicly and support your friend.
So
exactly, and especially
out. Be a friend if you're a friend.
Ask Onision to make a post. He has reach. Like you have no big people on your side of things. Like you're coming after all these big YouTubers and you're having their fan bases come for you. Why not get Onision to make a post, saying, "Hey, I'm on her side," because that'll bring all of his fans to come and defend you. Why don't you ask him to do that? I'm sure since you guys are such good friends, he'll be happy to say, give you a shout out.
I mean, if I was just somebody's friend in general and I cared about them enough to give them advice behind the scenes, I would also be giving them advice publicly too.
Dang it. Oh wait, am I not able to? Why was I blocked from making a comment on my own chat? The fuck? I can't copy pasta in the chat? No, I'm trying. Wait. Let me see if I can say hi. No, I literally can't chat in my own chat. It just gives me an error. It says, error, try again. I was going to copy pasta Colin. Colin said, let me see the dank ass Onision text. So I was going to just send that again.
I don't understand. I mean, you can't get blocked from your own chat, like your own thing, so.
It's probably just glitched, or somehow I now have a block on YouTube and they're just going to kick me off soon. Maybe I got a community strike. God, I fucking hope not.
That would suck.
Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm not monetized anyway, so.
The perk of not being monetized. The only
Well, I think
time it comes in handy.
Well, remember, like I was all upset when they changed the partnership program and I was losing my income from it. And then and then I realized I don't have to worry about anything. I sup anything.
I like how she said bye, but she's still commenting.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's how people are.
Did I report her? No. I'm kidding. For being problematic.
I will agree that I am problematic. I don't care.
I never said that you reported me. Did you report me, Clarabelle? Because I never said that you did. But I mean, she told her boyfriend Onision, and he got your channel shut down. You come for people who aren't even rude to you. I love it. You're on Clarabelle. Jesus Christ.
I would believe.
Wait, you reported
before I would believe that Clarabelle would report you, I would believe that somebody from one of the meme groups that came to the link that we're in just reported you for the fun of it. Like, I would believe that first.
Can't tell. I think he did report.
Burp, 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 burp.
Would be. Okay, I can send words again. Oh, never mind. I can only send smiley faces and no words.
How does that work?
I like how Colin's just copy pasting her now. I love you, Colin. Yeah, so I really don't think that there's anything more that needs to be said. I think we're just in circles, so unless anybody else has anything that they want to add.
I thought we were just having fun at this point.
Oh, okay. I personally don't care. I mean, I don't know if you guys have things feel like I'm just dragging this on for whatever reason, but I mean, I'm cool with just like chatting and whatever. And it seems like people are genuinely enjoying this, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything
we can do this until people get bored. I don't really care. I had no other plans for tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody's saying that they're having a good time, so we'll keep doing this.
Yeah.
Joss, when do you have anything to do ever?
Huh?
When do you have anything to do ever?
True. When I'm at work.
You sit at work.
So
and post memes all day.
Okay. Don't judge me.
I'm allowed to judge you. I have the privilege of judging you.
God damn it. Bullying you. Mackenzie, you're bullying me.
Yeah, you're bullying. You're being problematic.
Yeah.
Sucks to be my friend, I guess. You should have picked better friends. This is your fault.
You were the only person available. I had no other choice.
Wow. You knew I was problematic when I walked in.
Oh, vey, this is no. My next video that I'm working on, I'm hoping to hopefully maybe record it tomorrow, is going to be interesting. I don't know if I'll talk about it a little bit now, just to let give people a little info. It says, "You're a sad person. I hope you find happiness." Thank you, Clarabelle, for this beautiful message in my DMs.
It's almost like you tried to kill yourself once.
Twice.
Twice. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot.
Yeah. That's probably not something we should joke about too much, because I know that is probably triggering to some people, so I don't want to.
True. Sorry.
But anyway, so for this video, I don't know if any of you guys have heard about the hashtag Save James thing at all. About, like, there's a Facebook post going around about a mom who is trying to force her child James into being transgender according to the father, and that the father is basically, the court's taking away all of his rights to do that, and that's the way the story is presented. And I found all the court documents for it. So I've been reading through that, and I'm trying to make sure we get all the facts through. And it's been interesting because I found the entire transcript of the trial, and I don't even remember how many pages. It's like 175 pages long, and I'm trying to read through it all because I want to make sure that I don't miss any details. It's a mess, and I'm excited, but it is taking a little while to get up. But that's something to look forward to because I don't know if many people have heard about it outside of because it seems that only people in the conservative ring are talking about it, and they're talking about how bad it is, but you don't find anything on the other side of things. Spoiler alert: the dad's batshit crazy, so you guys know. So don't feel bad for the kid.
Wow.
No, like that like I just need to say that like out, like if you, as soon as you, like, in his defense on the website, he's the one who personally uploaded all these court documents, and in the court documents he uploaded the restraining order that he had against him as proof that she is bad. And I mean, judges don't just hand out restraining orders for absolutely no reason.
You need like a police report filed and everything for that. Like,
yeah, so it's going to be interesting, and I'm like, I want to make sure I get everything right because I don't want to, have people come and be like, oh, you missed this part, but that is involving me reading so many court documents because this is something that's been going on for like 3 or 4 years.
from my internship with children and youth, I can understand that, like, court documents and having to read through all of them.
And I'm trying not to apply any of my bias to what I'm coming up with, but like I'm screenshotting like the transcript, so it's not going to be something that's like, hey, I'm just paraphrasing. Like, no, this is exactly what was said in the courtroom. So I'm trying to do that. It's just a mess because the more I read, just the more disappointed and sad that I feel for this kid and everything, and it's a mess. But they're reading it, and because of how imaginative I am, it's almost like reading, and I'm imagining it almost like the court scene in like Law and Order or something.
So then you need to like start out the video with the whole like court You know what? Should make a video of?
I'm gonna send you all the PDFs, Mackenzie. You can read through it too and help me understand the legal terminology.
I mean, I can do that. But do you want to know what you should make a video of?
What?
Us playing Fallout 76 with the orgy room.
You'll get there. The orgy room?
Yeah. No, I don't remember. I think that we were trying to fuck with the settings for that, and we missed that. It didn't get recorded. When we were in the mansion, and we were trying to find that door for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
The orgy room. That's where the door was, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. 3.5 hours, 3 hours, 3.5 hours of us running around this small ass mansion trying to find this door and just attacking.
And it was funny because you had me looking for it, and you were the only person that it would appear to.
I ran past the door 25 times.
So that's what happened. So that's why I couldn't comment. For some reason, I was signed out of YouTube.
Oh.
That's always scary to me. When it happens on Facebook, it means that you're getting a post block.
I've been signed out of my Facebook a bunch of times, and I haven't gotten a post block. It just tells me that they think my account was hacked, which is just as bad.
I appreciate all you guys subscribing. Holy shit. I went up since all of this started by like 25 some subs, and that's a lot of a jump for me. I actually like, wow, like, that's awesome.
Just because you went up by so many subs, I'm gonna unsubscribe.
Of course.
And then resubscribe out of love.
Then. Let me see if I can chat again. Yeah, I can chat again.
Oh shit!
What?
You know that you haven't been at my house in a while. Orlando got this new table, this new coffee table, And it's like, I always forget that for some reason, one of the screws is loose on the bottom. And he was like, oh, I'm going to fix it when I come home from work. But he walks in from work at like 6 a.m. and he never fucking fixes it. And I just went to go and put my foot on it, and it just almost completely just fell over. Just collapsed with the laptop on it and all the drinks.
That would have sucked.
Would have been a fun time. Would have been his fault.
Mhm.
Big
Yeah,
yeet.
so yes, yeet. I love yeet. Yeet, yeet. Little yeet.
Little yeet.
That's a new SoundCloud rapper. Little yeet yeet. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a SoundCloud rapper with that name. Little yeet yeet.
By the way, did you see the video that Solar Shrieking made?
Uh-huh. Yes, I actually have it open in another tab to watch when we're done.
Oh, my fucking face. I'm so
I
done.
don't know. Oh. Oh boy. I'm afraid. Let me just. I'm gonna look at it now just because I'm. Oh my god. Why?
I love that his verse is cauliflower.
I can't
Oh,
see what you guys are seeing.
Somebody, I'll send you a link to it. Somebody, Solar Shrieking made a video that was just like I guess it was like her thoughts on the debate. And yeah, I'll send you the link to it then. Or it's in the chat too, so you can look at it.
Okay, well, if I close out this tab, like if I close this out on my phone, it boots me out of the whole app, so I can't look at anything else. And I could literally move just right to the other cushion of my couch and just go on my laptop and open it there. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know you're lazy.
I am lazy. I'm lazy as fuck.
Oh, so all you guys know that have subscribed to me, all of my videos are not about trans stuff. I do literally, like, my tagline is a little mix of everything because I don't want to put myself into a box. So you guys know not to expect constant trans topic videos. I only recently started I literally haven't talked about it since 2015. And then just this year, I was like, I discovered Calvin Guerra. He was the first one I discovered. And then I slowly found London Sam, and I was like, holy shit, there's people that actually share some of these views with me. Like, I've always been somebody who, like, I didn't talk about anything because I am not as left-leaning as most trans people. Like, I guess I would be considered, like, I'm a libertarian, so I guess I'd be considered more centrist or moderate or whatever, but I'm not. But even those views, typically, most LGBT people are against. And so I never talked about things. Then I realized, holy cow, there's actually a group of people that like are able to be like, hey, these are my views. And I think it helped me a lot because up until that point, I felt so alone in the community and felt like, there's not many people who share how I feel. And that's what made me finally and then I found them and I was like, I'm going to talk about these things because now I don't have to feel bad for it. But I do vlogs with my friends. I do gaming videos. I'm actually working on slowly going through the Rick and Morty VR game. So that's another stupid thing I'm doing. But I just wanted to let you guys know that subscribe to me, that it's not all about trans stuff. So that way, if you're expecting that, and you don't get it, you're not disappointed, even though I'm good at disappointing people. So I'm sure I'll disappoint you somehow.
You are really good at that.
Yeah, I love Ella Grant so much. I love all of them. I started calling surgery the snip because of Ella Grant. When are you getting the snip? Yeah, I went Calvin Guerra, London, Ella Grant, and then Sam Collins. I still have never watched Storm Ryan. I haven't. He's just like he's on my list of things to get to, but and I'm somebody who, when I discover a YouTuber, I marathon them. Like, I literally have probably seen all of their videos. Like, I've seen all of London's videos, all of Calvin's. I think most of Sam's been doing YouTube for like ever. He has like so many videos. I don't think I've seen all of his.
I can confirm because
I don't
when
know who
Joss
Mama
used to
Steph
live
is.
with me. Fuck you, Joss. I thought you were done talking. Go.
I was just reading the chat. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say I can confirm because when you used to live with me, I used to have to sit there and listen to you watch your videos for like hours. And I'd be like, Joss, just turn them off. I don't care. I don't want to hear them. And you're just like, it's not my fault we share a room. We wouldn't have had to share a room if we didn't move you in so fast. But
Oh, shit happens.
especially when you're sneaky snicking it. I just hid you from my mom for a long time until she just stopped questioning your presence.
Yeah. That's, wait, what? Cauliflower, that's collard green's name. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, guys.
Why?
Somebody said she's still here.
Actually, wait, I could tell. I can look at
If
all the
she's still there,
participants.
she's getting top tier meme content.
If she is not active. If she is, she could be
Okay.
watching, but she's not participating in the chat. The only people that are listed as participants in the chat right now, and I don't actually know how this works, so maybe she is there, and it's just the way that this works. But on my screen, it just says Cole Caden, Honest Andrew, Nick Alvarez, and Solar Shrieking, and then myself are the people who are active in the chat.
Okay.
And I mean, that looks like who is active. But I don't know if it only goes for if you send messages, so you could just be lurking. I don't know exactly how that works. And, oh, I'm your next marathon candidate. Oh, bless. So you will find some disappointing stuff. My videos have not been the greatest quality, and I'm still learning and everything. Literally, my video editing, my graphics, my thumbnails, I do that all myself, and I'm self-taught. I didn't know how to video edit when I started YouTubing, and I've just been learning as I go. So don't expect like really high quality stuff. Like, it wasn't until recently where I finally hit a stride with editing where I actually think that I actually can make videos look good. So any videos pre 2017, probably just be prepared for some cringe. Jenny Nicholson uploaded a new video. I'm hype. Deep dive into the Avatar theme park. I love Jenny Nicholson.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't. She was the YouTuber that I told you that I found who is obsessed with with Disney, specifically Beauty and the Beast and Star Wars. And I was just like, oh, look, it's me, and another YouTuber.
Oh, I remember now. I mean, I don't know like who she is, but I remember you talking about her.
My he didn't know I was transgender video proved to me how good clickbait works. Because I got 418 views, and all my other videos are sitting around at like 60, 70, 80.
Wasn't the entire video just about how clickbait is basically bad? I can't remember.
No. Basically the premise of the video was preferences. It started off. It actually, the idea for this video came into my mind literally last year, and I think you remember me bitching about it on Facebook. I made a post about it that when you searched, I don't think it shows you anymore, but there was a point in time when you searched on YouTube, it would show you how many hits there were for that search result. And when you searched for "he didn't know I was transgender," you got over 400,000 hits, and I was just like, there shouldn't be that many like stories like that. Like, people should know that you're trans when you're dating them. Like that's what that video was about how, like, I understand like the point of wanting to be stealth, but at the same time, for your sake, people die for lying about being trans. People get, beat up, raped, all that stuff for lying about it. Like, it's not just oh, you should do this. It's like, you need to do it for your safety. Like,
yeah. Okay. Well, then, yeah, I remember that. Then I don't remember what I thought you were.
Yeah, I titled it about that just because I figured, and like I started off with a fake story, and then like halfway through I was like, yeah, this is fake, and this is the kind of shit you find.
I'm not even surprised.
You just sent me. What the fuck?
What? What happened?
And she's I'm fucking dying. Oh my god, she said no hard feelings toward you. You were mind wiped and etc. by her. Sending good stuff. Be positive.
I'm sorry. I wiped your mind. I don't know how.
She's saying that you like brainwashed her.
That watch her turn into a zombie like she looks. What? What?
Who looks? What?
She's still typing. She said people that watch her turn into zombies, like, and she said that you look like a zombie.
Oh.
And then she said, "Love is a gift."
I'm apparently I'm a very alive looking zombie.
You're fucking great looking for a zombie. So
I wish I brainwashed people who watch my videos. Then I probably would get more views on my videos. They'd be brainwashed into watching all of them.
she's still sending me messages. She said you should join The Walking Dead. I think you should be an actor.
Thanks.
And she's still typing.
Well then, I wonder if she's watching this and doing that. Because
That's
there's
what I was thinking.
According to this, there's 13 people watching, but that's weird. The Hangout screen says 13, but YouTube says 18. Which one's telling the truth? What? Oh, I was like, how does
the
that have
hangout
so many?
stream might count us.
Maybe. Oh, you know what? I know that's right, because 12 here, and then one more at least for me, so that would be 13. But then that would only be. I have the bell on at Joselyn. Oh, thanks. I always joke around. Belle is my favorite Disney princess, so I always joke around that you need to hit the bell because I love Belle or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm retarded.
Speaking of that, Belle, you know how you were telling me that you were upset because I wasn't watching your videos and I'm your best friend and I'm supposed to support you?
I never said that. I joke around. I
know.
jokingly say that, but I know that you have a child and don't have time to watch my videos all the time.
I know it's a joke, but I actually found out that Mary must have, when she was using my phone for YouTube, she like turned off that little notification thing, so I wasn't getting notifications from you.
Even though I send you links every time.
Every time.
If you were going to have her watch YouTube videos, you should have her watch YouTube videos of me because, she loves me.
I mean, she does love you, but she's just a little bitch. So
there's more people that have
right now, and this is
what was that? Sorry.
No, we're talking, like I'm talking with her, I think. And I said that I'm not brainwashed and I think she should be more positive. And now she's just what? I don't understand what she's doing right now.
I feel like she's trying to talk like you've never watched any of my videos really before any of this stuff happened, right? Like you didn't know I existed.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
Like she's talking like I go out of my way and like you've watched my video like you're like a loyal subscriber and like you believe all of my viewpoints because of that or something essentially.
if somebody is like brainwashed because they watch your videos, what's with the people like me who are like a part of your life in person? Are we just like your slaves? Or
I guess so.
I don't get her at all.
Oh, darn it. It's so hard to keep like a trail. Like I'm trying to find something of like tweets with her because she doesn't reply to the tweet. She retweets it with a quote. So it's hard to like keep track of like conversations in the threads. But I see a bunch of people asking me why everybody's debating. And I just wanted to find the tweet and I was just going to put it up on the screen so everybody can just see exactly why.
Wait. Yeah, Cole, she said I was brainwashed.
Wait a minute.
Or whatever, I don't know. Mind wiped is the exact term she used.
all the people who could be like of all the people you could be brainwashed under,
like an Elmo doll. What is she?
She deleted the tweet that started all of this.
Oh my god.
You mean the one that you screenshotted and sent to me?
Yeah, I I still have it. I'm gonna put it up so that way people can just see, because I saw a bunch of people in the chat being like, "Why is everybody debating this person?" And I want to explain that why. Anyway, I'm trying to not get distracted. I do that too much if I start reading like the chat.
I'm not adorable, solar shrieking. Okay, I am not that. Oh my god. Mackenzie, she called you she called you a Dr. Phil.
I mean, that is like not the worst thing I could be called, but I mean, ironically, I've been called that before, so.
Whoops. So this here is why everybody was debating her today. This is the tweet that brought Calvin, Sam, and Storm and me into all of this, and why everybody started debating her. For those of you guys who don't know, this is what she said and everything like that. So yeah. I just figured since you guys wanted the context, I would go ahead and show that. But yeah, so yeah, I have screenshots here. I have everything already. Anyway, I don't need to. There we go.
Joss.
What?
I'm Dr. Phil.
Oh, hey, Dr. Phil.
Come on, my
Dr.
show.
Bill. Oh wait, that's why it looks weird, because I made
Oh
it
my
full
gosh, you
screen.
can't even answer my.
Slapping that bell icon. Thanks for sub, Joselyn. Of course, Sheila Shrieking. I appreciate you like being here and supporting me and like making that little video and stuff. Aaron told me to stay positive, and I attacked. I'm not the one to mess with. Quinn, she said you were brainwashed. I assume you guys watched Calvin's video today. The Calvin's video, I'm assuming you mean the debate that they had, right? Because if so, yeah, I saw that. I saw all the debates that she had. Yeah. Tom Cruise just bought my house burning the message. Clarabelle was right, which remains. Yeah, we watched Calvin's. Clarabelle's a sad person. You got to her deeper than Calvin, and she got mad. See, that's like for me, like I watched, like that's why I took notes. I saw how she responded to everybody's questions. I saw how she was. So I wrote my questions kind of preemptively knowing how she was going to respond to it, because like I had like a little bit of an advantage that I took time to prepare. I don't think anybody else who debated her really prepared. I think they were all just like, whatever, this is going to be a cakewalk, she's crazy, we're just going to do this to humor her. I wanted to like have a legitimate thing where I had all the information here, and I wanted, and also I am a rambler. Like Mackenzie can tell you, once I start talking I end up a million miles off topic. So I also wanted to make sure I had notes, just to make sure that I stayed on topic. Plus, also, I personally think, Mackenzie, you know me and you could tell, but one of the things that I think is my strong suit is I think I am good at like teaching things to people and explaining things to people and bringing it down in a lot simpler way to get people easier, if that makes sense. I don't know if you would agree with that, Mac, but
I think it depends on the topic. It depends on like how much your knowledge is on the topic. Like if you have a lot of knowledge on the topic, you can. Which in this debate, you obviously did have a lot of knowledge because it's talking about something that like you live.
Yeah. Honestly, keep this video up, please, Jocelyn. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. So in that way, I mean, everybody else kept theirs up, and I also just want her, that way everybody knows, and everything. Like I don't mind having it there, and I'm sure people want to see. And if somebody feels like sitting through all of this to, see the train wreck it was, go for it.
Get to the end, the good part, like this part.
She is trying to debate with me right now, and she said that Mackenzie looks like Mrs. Potato, and that Joselyn looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
Wait, that I look like Mrs. Potato?
Yeah.
So now she's just personally attacking people through you, or trying to, like.
I mean, I never even personally attacked her once, so I don't know what she thinks she can gain from attacking me. Not that I don't really give a fuck if she attacks me. I've had a lot worse said to me. Being called Mrs. Potato Head is like the nicest thing I've ever been told.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had so much worse. My brothers were nice enough to change the password on the internet to my dead name, so that was really cool to find out today.
Really?
Yeah. The password for the internet is my old name is gay. That's what my brothers made the password. But I don't have a supportive family at all. Like I still live with them. I'm the oldest out of 7 kids, so I live with 8 people who do not approve of me. So I deal with hate literally I live with hate. So I can take whatever she throws at me. Chloe McKay, yeah, she kind of came out of nowhere. The way that I think what happened is she saw the video. I don't remember. I'm sure if I look, I could find out that a YouTuber made about how Miss London was toxic and transphobic and problematic. She saw that and then immediately started going after London. And then it just kind of snowballed into other people getting dragged into it who are just like, hey, you're not right. And that's what happened. Yeah, there's a part of me that felt like all of this was just her pretending, and trying to get reach, because it's really interesting. She just recently joined Twitter. She just recently joined YouTube, and everything on all of her social media accounts, the only thing that she advertises is her GoFundMe. And I really think that this is just to try to get people to like donate to her GoFundMe, but that's complete speculation, complete. But the timeline of events, it kind of seems that way. No, I didn't start talking about this because of Ryan and Calvin. I was actually brought into this with them. Like if you look at the post, actually she deleted it. I could throw it back up on screen. I was tagged in the post. I didn't just hop on the bandwagon. I was invited onto the bandwagon. Like everybody, okay. I think that's the issue, is the fact that since I am such a small YouTuber, I think a lot of people thought that I'm just hopping on the bandwagon when in reality I was pulled and dragged right into it.
She said that I asked her if, because she just kept going, so I asked if she wants to have a debate with just me, and she was like, yeah, sure, but not with you two.
I don't even know what I did besides actually moderate and make her stay on topic.
Yeah.
And I didn't let her trail off.
Would that be a bad idea?
If she doesn't like structure, she doesn't have to have structure, but she literally isn't going to go anywhere without it. Like, without structure, she wasn't even able to stay on topic. So.
Oh no, it's okay, Jordan. I wasn't getting defensive. I just wanted to explain to you, because I totally can understand why you would think that, because I think a lot of people think that, that it's just a small YouTuber hopping on the cloud of bigger YouTubers, but it wasn't that. I wasn't trying to like be defensive or anything. I just wanted to explain that to you and stuff. And so then that way you understand why. It's cool. You don't need to apologize. Not a debate with Anna and Elsa again. Am I Anna? Can I be Anna?
Yeah, and she also sent you the little people from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm a Oompa Loompa? I wish I was an Oompa Loompa. I'm 5'11". I'm nowhere near an Oompa Loompa.
But how do I even set up, like, if I have a debate with just her? I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that. I'm going to be so mad.
I don't know. You seem too laid back to him.
If you really want to, you know what I'll do? I'll make it a little easier for you. I will literally just show you how to do it, like right now on screen, so that way you can see it.
Yeah.
So that'll make it a little easier. Wait, let me get rid of this so you guys don't see that, like the echo. So you come into here, you will go down to your live streaming section. You'll click on that.
Yeah.
And now we got to wait for it to load. It's going to take forever because I'm streaming and my internet sucks to begin with. You'll click on events.
Yeah.
And then you'll just hit new live event.
Uh-huh.
And then you put in all the settings here. I guess since you're not a YouTuber, you don't like know all those, like all the things. But essentially, it's pretty self-explanatory, title and all that. So now you know how, like, with everybody's, like for instance, my stream, Calvin's stream, and I think Sam's stream all had the whole, like, the stream was happening and you can go in there and wait for it. So to do that, you would just fill in, like, say you wanted to do it tomorrow at 11 p.m. So now so after you fill in all that stuff, you pick how it's going to be. So you make sure it's public, select the option quick, because then it will use Google Hangouts on air. And then you hit create event. And after you create the event, let's go back. You'll have this little section here. And then whenever you're ready to go, you'll just click on this button right here would say start Hangout on air. You click on that and then it opens up a Hangout. And I'm sure, whoops. And I'm sure if you've done a Hangout before, you've seen the screen. Like it's literally the same screen here and the only difference is you will have a button at the bottom of your screen. Well, actually here, I'll just do this again.
But yeah, she said
you'll have
that she only wants to debate with me if it's on her channel.
Okay. Oh, well, then I guess you don't need to know all this. But
Yeah. So I will just leave and then I'll just do that and then we'll just hope I don't die.
Okay. Oh, are you doing that now?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I thought like she. Oh, how
Wait,
are you gonna
I'll
do it now? When, yeah, I'm curious.
I thought her dog was sick. Wasn't that her excuse?
Like, yeah, I thought that she wasn't. She blocked me on Twitter.
Sucks to suck.
All right.
So that's why I can't see the tweet. So maybe she didn't delete the tweet, but she blocked me on Twitter, so I can't see any of her tweets now. So for all I know, she's shit talking me now on her post, probably like the way that she did everybody else she debated. So
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go and hopefully not die. So wish me luck.
okay,
wish
yeah,
you
I'm gonna. I guess if everybody wants to go and hop over onto hers and go and watch on that one, we will go and check that out because I'm curious.
I'm gonna go and check that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. So I guess that this is gonna be the end of it. And yes, I did block you. Why did you block me though? Like, okay, whatever, Clarabelle.
Just can't block somebody like me who doesn't have a Twitter though.
I mean, it's no loss on me. Like, okay, but I'm sure she didn't block anybody else. That it's just I'm not the big YouTuber, so obviously I'm not going to get the special treatment that she gave to all the other bigger YouTubers, and I understand that. I mean, hey, whatever.
That's not how it works when you're not big enough. It's cool though.
All right, I'm gonna go. So.
All right, good luck. Add me on Twitter and stuff if you haven't already, and DM me so that way I know like who you are.
Yeah.
Like and everything. So all right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
It's really nice meeting you. Bye.
Bye. It's been really fun. So yeah, bye. I'm going.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, I guess that we are going to go over and check out this debate with Clarabelle and Quinn, which I don't know how this is going to go. I feel like it's probably literally just going to be her trying to convince.
Go good.
I think it's literally just going to be Clarabelle trying to convince Quinn that she's transgender. I think that's literally what it's going to be. So
that, or just that Clarabelle's going to just get really argumentative like she usually does, and just Quinn just seems like she's too nice of a person. Like she'll probably get really uncomfortable, and I'm going to feel bad for her if that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think she'll be good. I just, I will feel bad though. Like I'll feel sad or like just really like upset. I don't know. I don't want to say feel bad for her. Like I'll just feel like really frustrated if literally the entire video is just, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Request.
So what you should do while you watch that debate, Joss, is you should Photoshop a picture for me of me, but with Mrs. Potato Head as my head.
God damn, Mackenzie. Okay, I'll do that. But anyway, I guess we're going to end this here, guys. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given. If anybody sees this debate, the link for it, can you tweet it at me? Because I'm blocked by Clarabelle, so I won't be able to actually see it. Hopefully I can I don't think you can block somebody from seeing your videos. But yeah, so let me know. I appreciate all your guys' support and everything on this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this shit show. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna go over and check that out, and we shall see you guys. I'll see you guys over there, and I'll see you on my next video, which will hopefully be soon. Anyway, thanks for subbing, thanks for coming, and bye.